3, 2, 1. Planet SR388.
I refuse.
Hello, this is Masahiro Sakurai, here to inform you of the latest developments in the ShinyCast video game. I'm here with my co-developers. Let me introduce them. Hello.
I'm Pappy G, the guy who does not do any substantial work on the game.
Correct. And then here are the other developers. Introduce yourselves, other developers.
Hi, I am Hideki Kamiya, and I'm going to fucking block you.
Cool. Whom else?
I'm Hideaki Anno, and I make stuff that's really sad, and it makes you feel good about yourself.
Yo, that's quite the career shift from directing Evangelion to making video games.
Hey, man, somebody's got to do it.
Indeed. And who is our other developer?
You saved the best for last because I'm Neil Breen. Come watch my newest film, Twisted Pair.
Nice. Thank you all for making Super ShinyCast Ultimate such a success. So, we are here to do a ShinyCast. It's been a little while, but E3 was happening, so we probably wanted to wait until that happened. But we're back. And it's us, James, Patrick, Pappy G, Chris, Williams, Pastry Studios. Ben isn't here yet. He will be here later in the episode, but don't worry, because we have a replacement for him. Forever, permanently. I'm kidding. But this is our guest for this episode. So would you like to introduce yourself? Like, tell us who you are and like what you do online and everything?
Hi, I'm Rob. I run a YouTube channel called ShinRobjira, and I do figure reviews, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, welcome aboard. So we are here to discuss some stuff.
I have one very important question for you, Rob.
What's that?
Have you drank any applesauce today?
No.
Good.
Okay. Good. You didn't take a swig of applesauce.
All right, Rob, I got a question for you. Do you like the Muppets?
Yes.
All right, good.
Yes. Apparently, William has decided that I hate the Muppets because last time I gave the Muppets movie a 6 out of 10.
No, Letterboxd
6
decided
out
you
of
hate the
10.
Muppets, James.
That's true. 6 out of 10 is just the worst score. It's just garbage movies that I hate, and
Now,
that's why I give it.
What do you rate applesauce?
I don't know. 6 out of 10.
Oh, you hate applesauce? Wait till Ben finds out.
Whoa. Applesauce hasn't been picked yet as a random food item.
Yeah,
That's
it has.
true.
Oh, wait, has it?
Yeah, wait, yeah, that's why.
Oh,
that's
duh.
why
Started.
That's why we know about Ben with applesauce. Anyway, he's gonna get pissed at us if we continue discussing his applesauce
Addiction.
habit.
Gosh,
Yes.
James, why do you hate the applesauce?
I don't know. 6 out of 10. It's the worst. But unironically, yeah, applesauce is okay. So anyway, there is some general news that's been going on. Johnny Test is back. just today,
some
they were
reason.
recording it. It's apparently back on Netflix. And you know what? I am of the opinion that Johnny Test is a perfectly fine show, and you all slander it and say it's way worse than it is.
A year ago, you said it was a bomb-ass show.
Yeah, well, that's what perfectly fine means.
I think that means more than perfectly fine, James.
It means
I think
6 out of 10.
I think you're underrating your favorite show right now.
6 out of 10. That's what Johnny Test is.
Is it like a reboot, or is it just more?
It just says like a new season. The animation looks notably like
Different.
I mean, it looks just as mediocre as the original's animation, but in a different style. I can't tell if it's better or worse. But yeah, I mean, it looks like the same tonally. Dookie sounds different, but they change his voice actor every time. And like, I don't fucking know. I'm not gonna watch it, but like, you know, leave it alone. It's not that bad.
It was cool because there was Brain Freeze and Darth Vegan in there. So yeah, like
Yeah, it's like deep cuts. It's like they're reviving the whole brands, like bringing everything back. So that will please us Johnny Test fans out there who do exist, even
Look,
though
man,
I'm not really gonna watch
There
this.
better be 70,000 whip cracks in the first episode, because if not, then it's not a true Johnny Test episode.
Yeah,
it already has more characters back than iCarly.
that is true.
I think
And
the reason Dookie's voice actor keeps changing is because it has to do with Canadian laws where you have to live in the country to voice act in the show.
That is weird. But
That's
okay.
that's why I heard. That's why the voice actor changed at that one point.
Huh.
Huh.
Weird.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, that's interesting stuff. I'm so happy that Johnny Test is back and not Infinity Train. You know, that's a show that definitely didn't need more seasons. But Johnny Test, though, yeah.
You know,
How would
I had a dream that I haven't seen the iCarly reboot, but I had a dream that the explanation that Sam is just not in the show because she's dead in the universe, and then I was like, no, I have a better idea. She's not in the show because she's busy running the Mexican cartel.
That's not bad. I could see that happening. But like I actually watched a clip from it. She's like apparently joined like a biker gang and she's living out her dream. Like that's the
Is-
explanation.
is Kat also in the biker gang?
Possibly. Speaking of which, iCarly reboot. I also did not watch that, but it came out yesterday and I don't know. Seems like iCarly but with more swearing. I don't care to get Paramount Plus and watch it, but okay. I guess it seems pretty tonally consistent with the quality of the original iCarly, which like is not bad, but at the same time it's not like great.
I feel like if you're just throwing that kind of stuff into iCarly, it just feels awkward. Like it
Yeah.
still feels like a kid's show, but also now they say the hell word.
Yeah.
Like
You
who is this
You gotta
for?
switch it up on a bitch. Like, I don't know. It's literally for people who grew up with the original and are now like young adults. Like, I can't see it being for anyone else. So I guess that's why they're like swearing and stuff. But I mean, yeah, okay. It exists. I don't care. I don't mind. Whatever.
But Jerry Trainer said it was going to be adult oriented.
Whoa.
Where's the sex scene, Jerry?
Where's
Apparently
the
the-
Spencer sex scene?
Apparently there's gonna be sex later.
Oh my god. What?
I heard apparently it opens with Spencer's bare ass or something.
Oh. Delicious. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Spencer is an entertaining character, so I'll probably just keep watching clips of him in the show on YouTube without watching the full episodes.
Is it worth it? There's no Gibby sex.
There's no Gibby having sex.
What
No
kind of
Tebow.
sound would he make it during climax?
Gibby! Gibby!
Splorch.
Yeah, mean-
That's the real sad world.
yeah, indeed. Sad posting hours.
No, that's like the
Gibby.
name of his YouTube channel. The actual
I know.
actor. Yeah.
I know. Gibby Gibson. I miss him, and I miss Tebow.
And
That's
Jeanette
why I went.
McCurdy has a podcast. She uploaded a video like today. I think it was just called Depression.
Oh. Let's see.
I guess
I
that's...
blew up Malaysia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I saw Mr. Black and Mr. White in the...
Yeah, during the Melee Island section.
Yeah. Super Smash Bros. Melee Island. It's the island where all the Melee fans get to go, free from Nintendo.
Do you think this is where Bling Bling finally asked Susan Test for her feet pics?
Yep, it's gonna happen. There's no
Uh-huh.
way it won't.
Bling Bling took a selfie, and then his head became a poop emoji, and then he showed his ass.
Susan Test, I am a tier-free sub. Now you have to go out with me.
Oh yeah, Bling Bling was twerking at one point. That was pretty poggers, as the kids say.
So is his robot, Double Pog.
Yeah, I want to die.
Yo,
Hey,
Johnny,
so-
Johnny, why you gotta be such a sussy baka?
Yeah. There's gonna be some sort of Among Us reference in like season 2 of this reboot. Like it's too early for there to be one now, but like they're gonna throw one in and it's gonna be horribly dated. It's gonna be just
But there will be a Fortnite reference.
Yeah. I mean, if Johnny Test had an Among Us reference, I feel like that would have like longevity as a meme. Like it would stick around, like Pickle Rick or like Brian dying. Like there'd just be so much great meme potential with that.
Dookie, Susan and Mary turned me into an imposter.
Oh no, he do be sus. Anyway, though, so we should probably move away from Johnny Test because I'm gonna get very angry comments saying "fuck you for liking Johnny Test." You suck. So there's a movie that's gonna come out that we can just mention in the general news. That's called Last Night in Soho. and it's by Edgarthan Wrightsathon, as he's colloquially known. And yeah, this movie, the trailer came out for it a while ago, and it looks really good. It's probably my most anticipated movie of the year because Edgar Wright might be my favorite director currently working today. And yeah, William really wanted to talk about it as well.
I remember like last year before everything went to hell, you also said that it was your most anticipated just because of Edgar Wright.
Yeah, it's like neat. It's like a horror movie time travel thing he's doing. So
before the trailer out a couple months ago, but they talking about it. He said that one of the major inspirations for this was the giallo film Blood and Black Lace. James, do you know what giallo is?
No.
Does anyone here know what giallo is?
Is it a type of? Is it a food?
Is it a JoJo stand?
Rob, do you at least know what it is?
No, sir.
Okay, so giallo is the Italian horror genre that basically predates the American slasher genre. They're called giallo because giallo is the Italian word for yellow, which are what the original books that those kind of stories were in were. So like, oh, it's a yellow cover, it's a giallo book, it's now a giallo movie.
It's yellow because
the big names in that for that were Dario Argento, Lucio Fulci, and Mario Bava, who did Blood and Black Lace. Dario Argento also, you would know him from Suspiria if you know what that is, because there was that big remake a couple of years ago, and then there was the original film from the 70s.
Is it yellow because the horror is meant to make you piss yourself?
Back in the 60s and 70s, sure. But yeah, they're from the 60s and 70s. They predate a lot of their slasher films from America, which didn't start popping up until the mid-late 70s. In fact, Bay of Blood, which was from Mario Bava, I saw recently. And yeah, that film, it feels very much like a prototype to Friday the 13th. At least in the first half, before it focuses more on the mystery. Because a lot of genre from what I've only seen a little bit, but from what I've seen, they do try to focus a lot more on the mystery than what slasher films would typically go for.
Nice. Yeah, the way you described that seems to be the vibes I'm getting from this trailer. And
I don't know if like how a lot of them do, but like Mario Bava and I'm pretty sure Dario Argento did this in Suspiria. They focus a lot more on bright, vivid colors. Like you notice, like all the purples and blues and pinks.
Oh yeah,
they really like make the colors pop there.
It definitely does look like it popping.
They do be popping though. And people are also saying that another one of the main influences are the Hammer films of the 50s and 60s, which are Hammer is a British film studio, which now getting more into Edgar Wright because those would have been what he grew up with. The Hammer horror films with like their versions of Frankenstein, Dracula, etc.
Yeah,
I don't have as much experience with those at all, but I at least am aware of them. And in the trailer, you could also when she's going into the theater during the 60s portion, you can actually see a couple of posters for Hammer films in there.
Nice.
Edgar Wright knows his stuff.
Yeah, he's always had like a really good grasp of just cinema in general.
Yeah, he's a lover of film and all of it. He watches it all and loves it all, and he just always puts that in there.
Yeah.
Like you go into other films like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, which they're parodies, but they're parodies with love.
Definitely, yeah. I'm just very excited for this film, mostly like the genre, just the fact that it's his first full-on horror film, not just like a horror comedy like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
It's like gonna be like take itself more seriously, because like he's so great at like writing and directing like funny movies, but like I'm really just intrigued to see him like branch out and do something that's more like sinister and take his like insane attention to detail and directing ability, do something like this. It's neat that this is like his first movie with a female protagonist. I think that's going to be like really new and interesting perspective to see from him. And I think he's writing this with the someone named Christy Wilson Cairns. I know she was one of the screenwriters for 1917, which was a really well done movie. Not so much in terms of its script, but just in terms of its like direction. But like I know she's like someone who's very capable of like writing a great film. So I'm excited to see how they collaborate. Which, by the way, I forget, has Edgar Wright ever like collaborated on a script before? Like, he wrote the Cornetto trilogy with like Simon Pegg, right?
I think so. I wouldn't know enough about that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look it up real quick.
But yeah, to go into what you were saying, because like, yeah, he did the Cornetto trilogy, which very much were comedies, but it got his name known. And then after that, in Scott Pilgrim, which was action comedy, he goes to do Baby Driver, which still had funny elements, but it took itself much more seriously and shows, yeah, this is what he can do when you really let him go off the rails.
Yeah.
So he has this in Baby Driver, and then the sequel whenever that happens.
Okay. Yeah, I looked it up. He did all the Cornetto ones. He co-wrote them with Simon Pegg. He co-wrote Scott Pilgrim with someone. Baby Driver is the only one where he did the whole script himself. So
I'd imagine Scott Pilgrim, he probably would have worked closely with Brian Lee O'Malley since he wrote the books.
That's true, yeah.
And he was also still writing the books while they were making the movie, so I think there was a lot of back and forth along the whole way.
That makes sense, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just very excited to see how this goes. It's definitely my most anticipated film of the year. Up there with Dune and up there with Wes Anderson's new film, The French Dispatch. Hopefully it's coming out. I forget if that's gotten a release date.
Rob, you got anything to say about Last Night in Soho?
Oh, just the fact that it's Edgar Wright doing a horror movie, like that's really, really, really interesting. And everything that James was saying, it's just I feel like there's a lot to be excited for with that. Like, I don't think you can say Edgar Wright directing a horror movie and not be excited about that. And that's what I am. I'm hyped for it.
Chris, you got anything about it?
I know nothing about it, but I will gladly go see it in movies, in a movie theater.
All right. It comes out in October, right?
Yeah. I looked it up. The French Dispatch actually comes out the same day as Last Night in Soho.
Oh, okay. Double feature. Cool.
Bangers. Yeah. I don't know if the French Dispatch is going to be in wide release, but Last Night in Soho probably will. This is like a accessible genre.
Oh, I think Wes Anderson is known enough now that he might get it.
That's true.
I'm going to say that at least one of our theaters is probably going to get it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be the IMAX or Berkshire, but it's going to be one of them.
Yeah, we will see. But yes, cannot wait for this movie.
Indeed.
Gonna be good. October's got a lot of great stuff coming, which we'll get to when we talk about E3. But
what day exactly is Last Night in Soho again?
October 22nd.
Okay. That's a week after Halloween Kills. Okay.
Yeah. But
Last Night in Soho, it's a movie. I did it. I made the transition.
You did a conversation, but no, you didn't transition because the next thing is not the 4-movie thing. It's time for Chris's recurring segments.
Oh, yeah. The only recurring segment on this show besides our normal ones.
Yes.
So I have 3 very interesting news articles. And as usual, James and the gang will try to decipher whether or not they are real or fake. So let us begin. Now, I did find one, but I can't find any other information on it, so I'm just going to say that this one more than likely didn't happen. But it does have an Associated Press release, but I can't find said Associated Press release, so I'm going to read it to you real quick. An Israeli woman swallowed a cockroach and then a fork that she used to try to remove the insect from her throat. The winged cockroach jumped into her mouth as she was cleaning her home in a village in northern Israel this week. A surgeon at the Peoria Hospital in Tiberias, on the Sea of Galilee, removed the fork with some type of surgery, a minimally invasive procedure performed through a tiny incision in her abdomen. I can't literally find anything on the Associated Press about it, so I'm just going to throw that one out.
Okay. Well, I mean, that sounds real, though. That sounds like that could have happened. Like... I believe someone
the fork hole.
I believe someone could fit a fork in their esophagus and would put it there while trying to remove a cockroach. Like I
mean, it doesn't specify what kind of fork it was either, right?
No, it just says a fork.
So it could have been a plastic fork.
Yeah. Could have been a tiny ass fork. I don't know. It could be real though. I will say that. Possibly.
All I'm gonna say is Carl Pilkington brought it up, so it again, who knows?
Indeed.
All right, now this is a good one. This is from the wonderful city of Chicago. Chicago man jumps into Lake Michigan for 365th straight day. A Chicago bus driver looking for a way to relieve stress during the pandemic jumped into Lake Michigan for the 365th straight day on Saturday. Dan O'Connor said he started jumping into the lake at Montrose Harbor on the city's north side last year to relieve stress. He continued jumping into the lake through the fall before the hard part of having to hack a hole in the ice on the frozen lake that was big enough for him to jump through during winter. He was encouraged by the local response he got for his undertaking.
You know, honestly, I'm gonna say that seems so harmless that why would you bother making that up?
Yeah.
You are correct. This is a real article. There are pictures of him in the lake along with a bunch of people that were there for his latest jump that happened today.
Yeah.
You know what,
Or, excuse me, last week.
You know what clinched it being real? The fact that they took the time to specify that he had to hack the hole in the ice.
He also found 20 scrapes and cuts on his body after doing that.
Well, that's no good, but yeah, still wholesome though. That he did it. Good for him.
All right, here we go. This is another good one. Bear tears up car, leaves beer cans unopened after getting trapped inside vehicle in Colorado.
Fake.
How did he get in?
A case of beer in the back seat may have been what the enticement for a bear that got itself trapped in a car in Douglas County, Colorado for at least an hour on Tuesday.
I'm gonna say no because I don't see how beer would get a bear.
A Colorado Parks and
The
Wildlife
bear would've
officer.
drank the beer.
A Colorado Parks and Wildlife officer and a sheriff's deputy eventually managed to safely remove the animal. He was just doing what they do, which is kind of pinballing around in there, trying to figure his way out. Casey Westbrook, district wildlife manager, told the station. The bear had reportedly gotten into the unlocked car and couldn't figure out how to get out.
I don't know. They were it doesn't seem like that crazy of a story, but at the same time,
I feel like a bear would get attracted to, like, meat, not beer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Well, the
probably the
thing-
beer that just clinches it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm leaning towards fake as well.
Well, I regret to inform you, but you are wrong. This is an actual news story.
Curses.
Apparently
known
there
before
was
making
nearly
all those
5...
videos.
According to the Wildlife and Park Services in Colorado alone, there was nearly 500 car break-ins by bears.
Wow. Grand Theft Bear.
And here we go, the final one, which is my personal favorite. Lumberjack rescues crows from a fallen tree and teaches them how to log roll.
Hell yeah.
Sparse
I don't know
amount of detail.
how a bird can log roll, but I want to believe it.
A Nova Scotia lumberjack who rescued 3 young crows from a fallen tree said the birds are now thriving, and he's taught them how to log roll. Darren Hudson of Barrington said he was on a job in early June when he felled a tree and discovered he had disturbed the nest of 3 crows. When it came crashing to the ground, these guys were sitting there looking up at me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. He put the crows in a box and left them in an open field, but there was no sign of the birds' parents. So he took them home that night, he said. He tried again the next day, but there was no sign of the mother and father, so he took it upon himself to finish raising the birds to adulthood. One of the crows has a foot injury and is currently living with some friends who have experience with animal rehabilitation, but the other 2 have become Hudson's near-constant companions. He has a YouTube channel.
I want it to be real. That sounds so wholesome.
He has a YouTube channel, which he is chronicling his life with the crows, and he has now taught them to log roll.
Yay. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna say real.
I'm gonna see if in the in the attached Twitter post that they have, he's literally teaching the one crow how to log roll, and it's so wholesome watching it.
Nice.
I'm so happy
Okay.
that's real. Damn.
I believe it. I knew it was real. Yay. What a wholesome tale.
And there you go. So only one of them was only one you guys got wrong this time.
Yeah.
3 little crows, 1, 2, 3.
Without a home or a family tree. Beautiful.
Because it fell over. Or...
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, you know what
speaking
would
of-
have been better if there was a fourth crow, so that way they could all watch a single movie.
Right, because guess what? It's time to talk about the 4 movies that William showed up at my door with so I would watch.
the 3 crows and the 1 person is still enough to have a Shrek 2 movie night.
That's true. So anyway, there are 4 movies that I watched that William said me to watch. This is
Yeah,
our
so-
segment. Do we have a
still
name for
trying-
this?
Still trying to figure that one out. I asked on the community page for the channel, and half of them were just really basic responses. Not bad, but not really what I was looking for. I'm looking for something snappier. And the other half were people trying to tell jokes and failing at it.
I got the title name. William breaks down the door to James's house and throws movies at his face.
Patrick is also trying to tell jokes and failing at it.
Yes.
I'm just calling it the 4 movie showcase for now.
Let's see, the 4 movies.
All right. So, do you want to do it in order of least favorite to favorite again, or do you want to just talk about whichever?
Yeah, I'll do it in order from least favorite to favorite. I think I remember them.
All
Okay,
right. So, James, why do you hate the 80s?
well, I liked the 80s when they were in Streets of Fire, but I did not care for Roadhouse.
Ah.
Yeah,
You didn't like Roadhouse.
I watched Roadhouse and it was extremely boring. I'm sorry. I was very bored.
That's it. I'm gonna come to your house right now and roundhouse kick you.
Damn. Ada?
But James, did you see the part where Patrick Swayze got into various bar fights, and
I
then
mean,
the barn explodes?
He sure did get into bar fights, but I mean, I don't know. It was just a very basic movie where the guy comes into town and the guy's like, "Hey, I'm the guy in charge of it just reminded me that I could be watching Hot Fuzz cuz like the villain just reminded me of the villain in Hot Fuzz and I'm like, "Wow, could be watching that."
But you could watch both.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was just very basic and just I don't know. Patrick
it came
Swayze had
first.
some charisma, but his character was not that interesting.
Damn, James just does not like Patrick Swayze. Who would have thought?
I don't know. I don't have an opinion on Patrick Swayze.
Okay,
That's
to
because
be serious for a second, to be fair, when I was first deciding what movies for you to get, there were more. I did put more jokey stuff in there before getting rid of it because, like, nah, I'm gonna take this more seriously. But Roadhouse kind of fell in the middle of between meme and more serious. So that was kind of a filler title that I just kind of left in.
Yeah. Roadhouse. I mean, Sam
You've now
Elliott was there, and I like Sam Elliott, but I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to even remember what happened in this movie. Like, I don't even.
I mean, to be
Really
fair,
remember.
the only good Patrick Swayze movie is that one where he turns into a ghost.
Yeah. The film Ghost.
I mean, I had
I-
fun with Roadhouse, but it's also been like 2 years since I've actually seen it, so I don't fully remember everything either.
You know what I remember? There was the one scene where they were at like the bad guy's mansion, and then there was like a polar bear statue that just fell on the one guy, and he just instead of running
Right.
getting out of the way, he just shot at the statue. like
Oh
that's
my
that's
God.
gonna stop it. Like okay.
Well, what else
that
are you
was
gonna
funny.
do?
You
have a
roll
gun.
out of the way.
But you have a gun.
What was the goal? So
To
that was
shoot a
that
polar
was
bear.
the one thing I liked in the movie. 4 out of 10. It was boring. I'm sorry.
If you see a polar bear coming at you, James, are you gonna shoot the polar bear?
It's not real. It's the statue.
But in a
It's gonna
glance.
fall on you. Even if it was a real polar bear that was falling on you, it would still like crush you, even if you shot it. Like,
Do you know how much a polar bear weighs, James?
well, yeah, well, exactly. So if you shoot it, it's not gonna stop the trajectory of
No,
the
but
polar
do
bear
you know how
falling
much
on
it
you.
costs? You don't know that.
I don't think the gun will push the polar bear in the opposite direction. It's still gonna fall on you. I just, oh well.
Yeah, but now it's gonna be more hurt, which means it's not gonna do as much damage to you. That's
don't
how
think-
video games work, James.
Okay. I don't think that's how it works, but who am I to argue with video games?
Rob, do you have any
Anyway.
thoughts on Roadhouse?
It's Patrick Swayze in a movie.
That is true.
That's
So,
all I
so
can
10 out
really
of 10,
add.
got it.
Yeah, 10 out of
Yeah.
10. 10.5 out of 10, actually.
Yeah.
I'm Patrick, not in a movie.
It
Yeah.
has fancy neon lights a couple times, which means it's good.
Yeah. It has Keith David in it, and he's good. But I wonder if he will come back in another movie that I talk about today.
Absolutely, maybe,
Yeah.
probably.
I have never seen Keith David in real life.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just realizing you never saw a movie with him in it. I did, and I will talk about that later. But first, we must go in order of quality. So next was the Sinbad movie.
Seventh Voyage of Sinbad by
Not,
Ray
not the one
Harryhausen.
you're thinking of at home. Not the animated one, which I didn't like. This one was better. I like this one better than the animated movie.
Well, this
So
is
the
the one that
seventh-
came first.
Yeah. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad was came out in 1958. The villain in this movie looks exactly like Jango Fett, and it was funny. I was like, what the fuck? This motherfucker just here we got Jango Fett running around worrying about his lamp.
In a row.
The effects were incredible. This is like one of Harryhausen's stop motion effect movies, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is the first of 3 Sinbad films he did.
Yeah. And I assume that's like the primary reason you wanted me to watch this movie, right?
Yeah, it's for Harryhausen.
Yeah. It's like astounding like what could be accomplished in in the 50s like with these. Like I was in awe of it cuz like when I'm watching a movie that's like older, I try and look at it with the mindset of like how special effects looked at the time. And yeah, for the 50s, this is like insanely impressive and I'm just like I was trying to like think like how did they do this? Like it's amazing.
By any chance, did you look into any of the special features? Because there's one on in there that's a trailer for the. They were calling a lot of the techniques in this dynamation, and it's in that wonderful 50s style of saying, "This is dynamation. This is dynamation." While showing you various scenes from the film, like the scene where where she gets shrunken down and goes into their hand.
Yeah, I didn't actually look at the special features sadly, but yeah. That was cool.
What was the standout scene to you?
I don't know. Let's see. Cause I mean, all the special effects were really cool. I liked the Cyclops a lot. But that seems like a basic answer. But I mean, I'm basic.
Did you like the fight against the skeleton?
Oh yeah, the spooky, scary sands guy. That was fun. It was neat. Yeah, it was just kind of a showcase for special effects. Like the story is pretty simple and like basic, but it's fun and it lends itself well to showing these effects. Like you're not really here for a compelling story.
Yeah, the story gets you there is all you really need. It's the story is what you need to see Sinbad do all the cool adventure stuff.
Yeah,
and
I like the sets a lot when the princess was small, and it's like they built these like giant looking like sets around her. Like that was like really cool looking. Like when she just slides into the lamp and it's all mystical in there, and the genie's just this fucking like 5-year-old kid. Like I don't know, a lot of creative ideas with the way it was presented. Yeah, I enjoyed most of it.
And the skeleton fight they would also take to the next level in Jason and the Argonauts, where it's all of Jason and the Argonauts versus multiple skeletons at the same time.
Damn, that sounds like an epic boss battle. Yeah. In terms of the story, I think it's hilarious that no one like finds Jango Fett sus at all. Like they don't think he's the one who cursed the princess after like the outburst he made. It's like, oh hey, you're totally trustworthy. Come on, let's go on this island adventure and find the lamp. It's just I find it hilarious, but like in a cheesy in a good way. Like not that I was frustrated at all with the movie. Like yeah, it was neat stuff. There was a bird and it ate people and stuff and dragon. Cool. I like it.
You'll see more Harryhausen later. I didn't get any this time for Harryhausen, but you'll see him again later. Don't worry.
Yep. But yeah, 7 out of 10. Very, very charming, fun movie.
I also really like the main theme for the movie.
Yeah, it was a cool theme.
Anyone else have anything? Does anyone else know anything about Seven Voyages of Sinbad?
Just that it's amazing.
Yeah. For perspective, for how few people have seen it, only 7,000 people have logged this on Letterboxd, and my review of it is the most popular review on the website, and it only has like 96 likes. So it's like nobody really has ever talked about this. But
in modern day.
yeah, in the modern day, it was very big in the back then.
Which again, that's also part of the point of doing this to get these more out there. Because
That's true.
Sinbad, I don't know how popular it actually was back in the day, but it definitely is more of a cult thing nowadays. Where, yeah, a lot of people like me and Rob were in that group that would know about this, but not as many people in the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. It's nice to see all these old movies that like are considered classics that came from way back then. And speaking of those kind of movies, let's talk about Shazam now. The most classic movie from back in the far off year of 2019. So that's the next movie in terms of ranking them in quality. And yeah, I'm just surprised that I missed this one. Because I heard it was good when it came out, but I didn't watch it until William gave me the Blu-ray. And I think I liked it a lot more than most people did. Because like across the board, more people give this like 7s and 8s. I give it a 9, honestly. It's like it's just such an inherently likable movie. All the actors are fun. It was just such a fun time. The villain is Sans Undertale, and he was fun. In terms of just being a stoic villain that kind of like crosses paths with our goofy hero. It's kind of like how Ronan works in Guardians of the Galaxy. So like
froze those guys out the top of the office building.
Yeah, it's like not a compelling villain on his own, but as a contrast to everything else that's going on, like definitely fun. Yeah, I don't know. This is just such a fun, engaging movie, and the theme of family and like found family, especially, is just so strong and like compelling. Like, yeah, I can see why this got so much hype when it came out.
It feels very much like an early 2000s, late 90s superhero movie in a good way.
Yeah, it does, and it seems like those are kind of from a bygone era, and it feels very standalone too, which is so welcoming. Like it's so welcome, considering how few standalone superhero movies there are these days. Everything's trying to build a cinematic universe, and it's like this is technically in the DCEU, but it doesn't feel like it at all. Like it doesn't tie in.
Because this is 2019. This is the part where they're still trying to figure out what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
because this was right after. It was right after Justice League failed, and now they need to figure out how to get this. We think that was Henry Cavill Superman at the end, but we aren't sure.
Yeah, and it's like it really doesn't matter. It's just kind of like a cute little thing.
But we are getting a sequel soon, and apparently now they're going to go up against Black Adam, which is the actual villain in the Shazam comics, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Hey,
The Rock. Yeah, so that's exciting. Yeah, this is a fun movie. I was like very just into it. I don't really have any like major problems with it at all in terms of the story or like anything that happens. It is just very enjoyable.
Yeah, this was the one they gave you because I felt like it was the safest thing. Is like, I know how you feel about the early 2000s superhero stuff. Usually, well, at least Spider-Man stuff. I thought, yeah, he'll enjoy this one.
Yeah. Yeah, the best DCEU movie I've seen. Not that I really particularly liked any of them outside of this. I don't really care about the franchise in general, but this is a great standalone film, and yeah, very, very nice. 9 out of 10.
Anyone else? Also has the best movie Santa Claus ever.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah. So
anyone else got anything about Shazam?
I went to go see it in theaters because of the 9 or 10 minutes for Godzilla KOTM. That's
oh right, that was the promotion they were doing, and then my theater didn't show that.
But I got a good movie out of it, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say though, I was really hoping, because one thing, they never actually say what his name is during the movie. They never establish what his name is. So I was really hoping the end credit scene would be like them talking about, what should we actually call you? And just mutter off a bunch of random names that don't stick. And then the final one, they said, hey, how about Captain Mar? And then just cuts to black. That's what I was hoping they would do, and they didn't.
That would have been funny.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, pretty good. And then, so the final movie It was the first one I watched, but the final in terms of ranking them from worst to best is The Thing, 1982. Not the new one, because I'm not gonna watch that fucking shit. And yeah, this is that iconic creature movie that very similar to Alien, I've heard for a while, and Alien is like amazing. And yeah, this is also amazing. There really was not a dull moment for the most part. Like it was just I was always on edge trying to figure out who was the thing.
Who was the sussy baka?
Who was the sussy baka?
Oh, McCready, you sussy baka, you.
Yeah, I could never tell. Wilford Brimley was in this, and this is the first time I've seen him in anything that isn't a YouTube poop. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to really say what works about the movie because it's kind of everything. Like the score, the just the characters and their like conflict with each other. I think I gave it a yeah. I think there were just some scenes that were like a little weirdly edited, like more in the first half. I forget. It's been a while now since I watched it for this, but like
it's been at least like 2-3 weeks by this point.
Yeah. Some scenes with like Wilford Brimley trying to figure out like stuff about the creature were like weirdly edited. Like we didn't really see his like reaction to them. So it kind of made some of his motivations like unclear at first. They made sense as it went along, but yeah. There's some weird editing choices where I feel like there should have been more scenes like for a better through line with some of the characters. But honestly, these are all kind of just nitpicks. Like the more I think about it, I gave it a 9 initially, but like on rewatch, I might bump it up to a 10. Like it's really just such a great movie, and the creature effects are just flat out insane. Like they blow Alien out of the water, in all honesty, and that's already like a 10 out of 10 movie. But like it doesn't have the same like level of like holy fuck that the creature designs in this movie do. It's just like so elaborate and just again, it's another movie where I look at it and I'm like, how did they do this? Like
remember, this was the 80s. There was no CG, so that is all animatronics and puppets.
Yeah.
And it was all done by a guy who's I think Rob Bottin was maybe 19 or 20 years old, and he did all of that himself for the most part. And you know, you look at the scene where they're using the defibrillator on the guy and he gets his arms bitten off by a stomach mouth, and turns out that the arms are all made of jello, and he hand punched the hairs into the arms and everything. It's just crazy how much he was actually able to do with what they gave him. Like it's really, really insane.
Yeah, it was just incredible. Like I was not anticipating that the arms just fucking open up like that.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's one of the most iconic scenes in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aside from the scene that everyone always parodies with the spider head.
Yeah. I've been rewatching
like, fucking kidding
me.
I've been rewatching clips from the movie like over and over since seeing it. Like I can't look away from these just grotesque abominations. They are just so well like made. I keep watching these scenes. They're so good.
And to go into that, you typically don't like horror very much either.
Yeah. It's like it's weird. I've kind of gotten like a better tolerance for horror as stuff goes on. Like there's very few things that I find like gory and horrifying. Like I don't know why. My tolerance for it has just gone up dramatically recently.
That's probably because of me, if anything.
Yeah. Might be because I've been playing all the Resident Evil games. I've been like getting through them all, and now like none of them really faze me. Except for the fucking goop baby in Village. That thing is fucking terrifying. But yeah. Otherwise, I think my tolerance for horror has been getting a lot better, and especially because it's like it's not jump scare horror in like The Thing. It's like a lot. I mean, there are some like the hand, the mouth, stomach definitely made me jump, but it's like it's well done like horror. It's like the being afraid of like the unknown and like paranoia, that sort of thing. Like just the atmosphere of the film is just built around such like well thought out, like well constructed horror. it's not like cheap or anything, and I can really appreciate that. I can really appreciate like the tension that this movie goes for.
Now,
And
you want to
yeah,
hear something wild?
what?
When this movie came out, critics fucking hated it.
Yeah, yeah. Like I read all about that, and I'm like, literally, what movie did they watch? Like I can't wrap my mind around
I
somebody
think it came
not
out around
thinking
the
this
same.
movie was incredible.
I think it came out around the same time as E.T., so I think everybody was just kind of like, "I'm gonna go watch this Spielberg movie. Screw John Carpenter."
Yeah.
And I think they were just high off of the good old family tale with kid and an alien, and then they walk into the thing, and it's like, oh, that man's entire head turned into a mouth and bit another man. I don't like that.
Yeah, I guess it just came out at the wrong time. But even then, it's just like I can't picture what was going on in critics' heads. Like, okay, so with like Shrek Forever After, like that's a movie that I keep championing as saying is better than people say it was. But like, I understand why critics reacted the way it did. I understand that like why people don't like it as much as like other like DreamWorks movies or stuff. Okay, but like even though I think that it's a lot better than everyone gave it credit for. But the thing is on like a completely different level. Like I am stunned that people didn't understand how good this movie was back when it first came out. Like I can't comprehend it. It is that good and the response was that just bad that it doesn't make sense. How are these people this blind?
This is a definitely case of ahead of its time, because back then it got critically panned. Today, universally heralded as one of, if not the best horror film ever made.
Yeah, it's just so good. Oh my god! And just when you think it's like winding down, when you think they finally got this thing cornered, it just keeps like finding a new way to get out. It's like,
which would you say is your favorite movie I've given you to watch so far?
I don't think I gave anything a 10 out of 10 in the first round, right? Like,
it would be either this or Wizard of Oz.
Okay, yeah, I think I prefer this over Wizard of Oz.
Alrighty.
So yeah, this is a banger.
We're off to see the wizard.
And the worst
Wizard
movie,
of Stomach Mouths.
And the worst movie you gave me was Roadhouse. So yeah.
And that's the one that you didn't like at all. So there you go. So far I am only one miss out of 7 hits.
That's not true. The Muppet movie was a 6 out of 10. I hated it.
Oh shit, he's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a miss. You failed to indoctrinate.
Indeed.
Damn, I'm gonna have to show him the Muppet movie a second time.
Yeah.
You have to show him the Muppet.
He'll probably like
entire
Muppet Treasure
franchise.
Island more, if anything.
Probably some. Yeah. I'll see. I'll watch more Muppet movies, I promise. Anyway, though, so yeah, that's it for the movies, I guess. Watch the thing.
So yeah, I do have what the next 4 are. You already know the one of them is because I told you before, since it's on your watch list. But the other 3, I'm going to give you the genres to mull over in your head.
Cool.
The first one, classic horror.
Wow.
The next one, I don't really know what genre to call it, but I'm just going to say that it's anime.
Oh boy.
No.
I think my tolerance for anime has also gone up since I'm like watching the Ghibli movies now, and I'm really into
William,
them.
you're giving him Neon Genesis Evangelion, aren't you?
Oh boy.
No, it's not any of the Evangelion films.
Ah!
I own one of them, but I haven't watched it yet, so I can't even give it to him because I still need to watch it.
Shame on you.
Thank you. Rob's the
William,
big Evangelion guy as well. And I don't really know what to call this last one. I'm going to message Rob because he might know what to call it. Yeah, I'm going to tell you it's a short film, though, so it's not full theatrical that you're going to get for the last one.
Interesting.
You know, I'm thinking about it. There's kind of like 2 different types of horror. Supernatural horror, and that's more mystical and ethereal, and then you have body horror, which is more scientifically a result of, or extraterrestrial.
I see what you're saying there, but there's also definitely way more than just that, because, like, then, what do you call Dracula? What do you call Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Well, Friday the 13th is technically classified as a slasher flick.
Yeah, that's slasher. We talked.
Yeah.
I gave you the whole rundown about Giallo earlier. Then you have like psychological thrillers and everything.
Like
Rob,
Event
what should I
Horizon.
call this one?
I don't know what to call it other than Tokusatsu. And
I guess technically.
technically yes, because of how it was made and everything, and all the.
But
all
also,
that.
I don't know.
But at the same time, like I wouldn't know, like a fantasy movie.
I guess fantasy, yeah.
Yeah, and brilliant and amazing and awesome and.
Rob really likes it, is what you're getting at here.
Yeah, I really, really love that movie.
If you're familiar with us, you'll probably already know what that one is. This is
Is it-
definitely going to be a case of getting the word out for this one.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And it needs
is
to happen.
it?
What?
Is it?
Patrick, you've absolutely never heard of this.
No. I'm doing a bit. It.
I'm never
Oh, you-
giving James Stephen King's it.
Oh, that's what you
I
were
know
getting
he's
at.
not going to like those, so there's no point.
Probably. You should give me Maximum Overdrive. See how I feel about that.
Oh, I already said to
Yeah,
Chris
wait.
we
What
should do,
do you
we
what
should
do you
Maximum
mean?
Overdrive again for April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
What do you
There
mean?
was
How
time-
you feel about it?
Maybe
We already
this
know
time
how
I'll
you
finally-
feel about it.
Maybe if we get
Maybe-
him to watch it 3 more times, he'll like it.
Finally appreciate the subtleties of Maximum Overdrive on my third viewing.
Rob, what are your feelings of Maximum Overdrive?
It's Stephen King literally on cocaine.
That's
and
what I
translated
say.
into a movie.
That is not a joke.
They were all
Literally.
doing lots of cocaine, making
Fuck
that
you,
movie,
asshole.
and it is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Come on over here, Sugar Buns. This machine just called me an asshole.
Oh, it's something. It really is.
Oh,
It's
Uh,
amazing is what it
It's
is.
high at towards the beginning of it, but then it's like then it seems like they're just stumbling hungover and just don't care throughout most of it.
The
Yeah,
cocaine
for
was
the
really,
end.
really bad for it, but
My
Yeah.
favorite scene will always be that one.
experience.
My favorite scene will always be that one truck driver throwing the doors open, shouting, "What the fuck is going on?" and immediately getting gunned down by a truck with a gun on it.
Iconic. Yep. Anyway, though, so those are movies, but you know what else is a form of media? Video games.
Yes,
And
there was a
were
very
some
big
video-
conference this weekend.
I was really hoping we would have stalled enough for Ben to get here.
That's true. That's okay. Hopefully he'll get here before we're done talking about it, and then he can
Gets
give
here
his
at the
opinions and
Q&A.
stuff.
We'll do everything before everything that wasn't Nintendo first.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm just gonna dip until you get there.
Do we want to
Uh,
talk about Capcom first? Because that's like a 30-second blurb.
Yeah.
What did they even
They-
announce for
They
Capcom?
warned us, to be fair. They said, we're going to talk about this shit.
This is
We
the
were
only one I
warned.
actually watched outside of Nintendo because now I like Capcom games with Resident Evil and Ace Attorney, and I regret watching it because it sure was just 3 games that we already knew about.
Yeah, that was the epitome of, why are you even doing this?
Why are you here? The only thing that was new at all was the fact that RE8 DLC exists. And that
But it's
was-
like,
very
the fact that
excited
they
for
said that there was gonna be the Resident Evil 8 news there kind of tells you that there's DLC in and of itself.
yeah, because like what else could the news be if the game's already out? So
I mean,
Resident
to be
Evil
fair,
8
they did have the
2.
Street Fighter 5 thing at the end, which that was completely pointless.
yeah, I just didn't care. It was just such a bad idea to show off Ace Attorney gameplay. Like that's not really a game that like you need to show the gameplay off. Like it's
Yeah,
like
'cause
people.
The fans
people-
of those games know how it is, and like, there's not much to really look at otherwise.
Yeah. It's like Ace Attorney fans know if they're going to buy this game or not. You're not going to win over anyone tuning into like an E3 broadcast. Like, I don't know.
Just say this man's name is Herlock Sholmes, and that'll get sales.
Exactly. That's literally all you need. Yeah, so that was terrible.
Speaking of terrible, how about Square Enix?
Oh yeah, so I heard this was just mainly just Marvel stuff and nothing else.
Did anyone here watch Square?
No.
All right, so from what I heard, first thing was Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was literally half of the presentation.
Jesus.
Which keep it.
It was a 40-minute presentation. It was literally 20 minutes of just that game. the game looks fun, but like, why are we spending half of your presentation on it?
Because they want you to forget about their Avengers game. That's why.
Yeah. They just need
We
to
all
move
know how
on.
that turned out.
And they're
Oof.
making Black Panther DLC for the Avengers.
Yeah, that'll save it for like a week.
Yeah.
It won't save it at all.
A week. Spider-Man won't save it either.
A day. It'll
Spider-Man's
save
the
it
only
for
thing
a
that can
day.
stand a chance, and there's no way that's happening.
No.
Yep.
Then they announced the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, which are I like that concept, but the fact that it's Steam and mobile only kind of kills it.
Yeah, that does sound not good.
Why would you do that and not put those on console? You can already play Final Fantasy 1 through 6 on PC. It's called an emulator.
Yeah. I don't know.
Then what else did they announce? Guardians Pixel remaster. They had a trailer for Legend of Mana, which isn't new. The Black Panther DLC. Then they had some mobile games for Hitman and Sniper, a near mobile game. More stuff for Brave Exvius, which has been around for 5 years now. Something called Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier, which that's also a mobile game, so don't care.
Jesus.
Platinum Games had a new game, but it's being developed as a live service, so I don't think anyone cares.
Yikes.
That just kind of kills that. The only games people are really excited for Platinum right now are Bayonetta 3, and if you're in our niche, Project GG.
Yeah, I can't wait for Project GG. Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, Platinum's games doing an Ultraman-inspired game. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Life is Strange Remastered Collection. Okay, remaster Life is Strange. Cool.
That's fun.
I don't know. Well, Rob, you have experience with Life is Strange, right?
Not at all. Just
Oh.
that I know they exist and I've been meaning to play them, and now they're coming out on Switch, so I'm going to play them.
Anyone else have anything?
I'll probably play them too. It'll be hilarious.
Not from Square, I can tell you that much.
The final thing they announced was this was the only fucking meme of the show. Okay, 2 memes, never mind.
Chaos.
Chaos!
I'm
we
here
have
to
to kill
kill
chaos. Just
Oh.
die already, chaos!
I'm looking for chaos.
Where you
How
going,
did-
you big jerk?
Nomura, what are you doing?
Is that the game with the guy who just looks like he's wearing a t-shirt in like a fantasy setting?
Yeah, and that guy was designed by Tetsuya Nomura, who you know
Wow.
from Kingdom Hearts and the
Wow.
Final Fantasy VII Remake and all the other stuff.
Wow.
His designs got really turned around for this one.
Amazing. Good job, Nomura. You really knocked it out of the park.
I heard the game itself is really fun, but if the whole thing is if that's his only shtick, I just don't care.
Yeah. Chaos. So what other shows happened? I heard Microsoft was decent.
Microsoft
Yeah,
was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that Nintendo and Microsoft were the only ones that tried, apparently.
Yeah. Sony
Um,
didn't even show up again. Like, I think they're just done.
To be
Forever.
fair, though, I'm going to say with Sony's half, I think it's a good thing because their 2018 conference, no hyperbole here, I think that was the worst E3 conference I've ever seen. And that is saying something when fucking Ubisoft shows up every year.
That was the 10th one, right?
That was the one where they dragged everyone out to watch a guy play the banjo in some barn and then show a single trailer and then spend 40 minutes getting everyone back into the actual press conference to show them the same 3 games from the past couple years.
Yep.
Incredible. Wow. Good job. Good job, Sony. You did it.
And that is why they don't do E3 anymore.
Yep.
Heart's in the right place, but just
I don't. Is it? Can you really say their heart was in the right place when they drove everyone out to a barn to watch a guy play the banjo?
I mean, I
No.
get it. They want people to get like the aura. They want people to get like what they're going for, and
For
they
a game
really
that
want
wouldn't
it to
come out for a
be-
year at that point.
They want it to be special, and like I understand that, but you can make it special and not.
Waste
Do
our
that.
time.
Yeah,
Because that was a complete waste of time because it took
It
40
was.
minutes to get everyone back.
it was. but
Yeah.
at the same time, like I can kind of like I don't know. Maybe I'm being too kind on them, but
That should have been a pre-recorded video.
yeah. If you're gonna do something like that, it should have been pre-recorded. But
There was an attempt.
Chris,
There was
did
an
you see
attempt,
Microsoft?
So one of the things that they announced finally, alongside Bethesda, was Starfield is going to be coming out, and I'm very excited for Starfield. It looks very good. Now, the only thing that is putting me off a little bit is that Todd Howard and Bethesda have described it as Skyrim in space. But to be fair, though, it looks genuinely really freaking good, and it's basic. From my understanding, it's going to be similar. It's going to be kind of like Outer Worlds, but a lot more freeform in what you can do in it. They also announced the Halo. They also announced Halo Infinite, which is coming out in the holiday of this year, the Christmas holiday. Its battle pass system looks very good for a company that wants to know what they're doing, and that you only have to buy it once and you get it for the rest of the time that the game is online.
Which is amazing.
Isn't the multiplayer basically free too?
Yes, the multiplayer for Halo Infinite is free, so you can literally just get... You don't even have to get the game, you can just get the multiplayer if you want the multiplayer.
Yeah. That is a giant fucking power play, because that's why you play Halo.
Yeah, you play it for the competitive gaming, multiplayer, all that, and the focus on that is really, really strong this time, and I'm really excited for that. And the
that's an incredible deal. Oh my god.
They just gave every Xbox owner the multiplayer for Halo for free. That's a fucking power move right there.
It is.
Yeah.
It's gonna help them sell consoles, I think, too.
Oh man. Boy, am I glad I just got their console today. Then I can play that when it comes
it's all
out.
gonna be free day one for Game Pass users too. Most of what they announced was, I think, not all of it, but most of it. So
nice.
The Outer Worlds 2 was also announced, which the revealed trailer makes the game look pretty good. I can't wait for that because I loved the original Outer Worlds and all that jazz.
Psychonauts 2 is finally coming out this year.
There's that.
I really need to play the first one before that comes out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think you should be able to buy that on the Xbox store because it was a classic that you can download on the 360. So I think you can still get it now.
It's on Game Pass for free.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Can we just talk about how fucking good Game Pass is?
Game Pass is magnificent.
Yeah, like that's like the main reason I bought the Xbox Series S was just so I could have Game Pass and have something to play it on because just the amount of stuff they offer on it is just insane.
It's
I remember when they were talking about that back in 2018 and this sounds incredible. What's the catch? What's the catch?
There is no
Where's the catch?
You have to
There's no fucking catch.
That's it.
Incredible.
You have to buy an Xbox.
That's true.
No, something's on PC, Patrick.
That's true.
Yeah, no. If you have a PC, you don't even have to have the Xbox. You can everything that's being released on the Xbox this year is also getting released on PC as well through Game Pass. So
same day and everything.
Incredible.
There's no catch. It's just that good of a deal.
It is. Yeah.
It's just good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have a Mac, so that wouldn't really work out for me. So that's why I have the Xbox now. But that's okay. I like playing stuff with the controller, keyboard, and so it's fine. I probably should mention. I don't think I've mentioned in this recording yet, but today I actually got the both the Xbox Series S and the PS5 delivered to my door finally, so I could stop delaying. I finally found them at I think Walmart had them in stock. So yes,
that's random.
It is. I wasn't expecting to find them at Walmart of all places.
Did you go in storage or did you get them delivered?
I got them delivered. But yes, I have both of those now.
Meanwhile, Chris had to go to fucking Sears to get his PS5.
Yeah, do you know that they also have Xboxes there? Guess who's getting a Xbox on credit from Sears?
Nice.
Epic.
Anyway, though, is there anything else about Xbox's show you want to mention?
I'm looking through IGN's thing. They re-announced they announced Diablo 2 remastered.
Hades is coming to Game Pass.
Oh yeah.
Replaced. That looks amazing.
They turned their April Fool's joke into reality. The
Wait,
Xbox
what? Oh yeah,
mini
the fridge
is real.
Oh my god.
Oh, and the Just Cause devs have announced Contraband, which is for the Xbox.
Oh, that's by the Just Cause guys? Okay, so that should be fun.
Nice. Yeah, it actually sounds like a pretty solid show. So yeah.
Yeah, Xbox actually tries.
Yeah.
They,
and then of course you have the standard Forza Horizon announcement, which it looks good. I was never into Forza Horizon at all.
Did they bring a car on stage again?
I don't know.
I don't think they did.
A Lego Forza car.
They had
Yeah,
a
I
guy,
remember that.
they
That
had
was
a guy
funny.
with an accent talking about cars and the ray tracing and all that happy-go-lucky technology that they're going to be pumping into a game about cars. That
Ray
was-
tracing? I'd rather be cruising.
Oh,
Cruising.
this isn't as far as I can tell, this isn't an Xbox exclusive, but Elden Ring looks fucking badass. I can't wait to get it.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Elden
it-
Ring
it
is
does.
real now.
Flame.
Yeah, I'm excited to give that a try.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like Xbox has come such a long way after the disastrous launch of the Xbox One back in 2013. Because that was an abysmal showing back then where Sony just one-upped them in every way. And they've just been making so many amends that they've just come so far at this point that they're just really fucking good now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's a lot of value now. Like I actually bought their console for the first time in my life. Like
Now
so,
you're the
yeah.
guy who owns all free.
Hooray! I'm that guy. I'm the true epic gamer. So yeah, good
Okay.
stuff.
Before we get to Nintendo, can I just say something quick? Because I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter or when I posted about it. So Limited Run Games did their own thing where they announced a bunch of physical editions that they're doing. Like, okay, we got River City Girls 2 got officially announced. That's cool. Okay,
Nice.
they're bringing a bunch of us to physical. That's nice to see. Oh, hey, my Zombies Are My Neighbors is getting physical now. That's cool. That comes out digitally for the first time in like since this SNES version.
Oh, wow.
Next week. That's cool now. That's getting physical. But the big announcement of the show was their final announcement. When, for some goddamn reason, they got the rights to a very special game and are re-releasing it both digitally and physically. We're finally going to be able to play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties again, boys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
iconic.
Take
Oh,
your
okay.
damn clothes off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus is also
Oh
happening.
yeah, that as
All right,
well.
yeah.
That'll be
fun.
something. I'm very curious as to how that's gonna work with hacking the game's files if you're not playing it on a computer. So
Oh yeah, how's the Switch version? Because people were like worried about that with Undertale 2 originally when that was getting console ports.
yeah. So yeah, with Undertale, it's just the stuff like the window shaking and the game crashing and stuff like that stuff just doesn't happen in the Switch. It just brings you back to the title screen when stuff like that happens. So
Okay.
less cool. I guess I'm missing out on some of the experience by playing it on Switch, but we'll see what Doki Doki does. So yeah.
There's like a menu on the title screen that has a tab called Files.
Oh, interesting.
You just hack it from the
Anyway,
game
yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
Before we move on to Nintendo, I would like to confirm to you guys that Sears is indeed selling Xbox Series S's now.
Wow. Incredible.
So
Yeah, I got the
guess-
S because like I don't think I'll ever buy a physical Xbox game. Like anything I want to play on
guess
there is probably
guess who's
digital.
leasing an Xbox Series S, boys?
Oh boy. Plus I'm
Nice.
excited to see how small the S is once I open it. But
I mean,
yeah.
I think it's still probably pretty decently big, but just not the giant gargantuan that the
PlayStation
PS5
5
is.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, PS5 is like huge. The box is like twice the size when they're like lined up next to each other.
they have a display model at Best Buy, so I've seen how big it is.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
crazy. Yep.
I have it sitting in front of my TV, and my PlayStation 5 is, I want to say, bigger than both my PS4 and PS3 combined,
Ooh.
because it's literally pushing, like, half my PS3 is just off of my TV stand.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, I gotta make room for both of mine. Okay. Anyway, though, I guess
On
it's
to
time
Nintendo now!
to Move on to Nintendo at last. Maybe we should ping Ben to like see because he's
Yeah,
online.
'cause this is the thing that he would actually have stuff to say.
Yeah.
I mean, the very first thing was the Smash announcement, of course.
Yeah. It's a character I didn't know who they were, but they seem cool. Tekken just makes sense to be represented.
It has given me a
Uh,
reason to finally boot back into Smash Bros.
Yeah. I
So
mean, it
here's
makes
the
more
thing.
sense than Fatal Fury, like, because Namco develops these games, so, and Tekken's way more popular. Like, I knew of Tekken's existence before Smash, which I can't really say about Fatal Fury.
I knew about
Oh.
both of them.
Yeah. Wow. I guess I'm not
Fatal
a big
Fury was
game.
also the Sakurai also has personal experience with the game, so that's also part of it.
Yeah. Kazuya seems like a fun character to play as. I don't know though. I don't really care about Smash reveals anymore. Like I'm ready for the game to just be done and like for all the characters to be in. Like I just want Sakurai to sleep. Like it was really just felt like a formality, like having a new Smash character.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do both of the last two. Like I'm surprised they only did one.
I'm gonna say maybe the pandemic has to do with it too. That's not ready yet.
Yeah, that could be it.
I'm gonna say with the trailer, I kind of figured out Tekken pretty quickly because I saw a big burly man throw a guy off a cliff. That's a pretty big thing with Tekken lore because Hayachi threw Kazuya off a cliff in the original game, and that's what sets it off.
Yeah.
So I figured that out, but it's just that with doing that, I thought they're like, that's Hayachi, but he's already in the game as a costume. What the fuck? Oh, it's not Hayachi. Okay.
Oh.
It's the other guy. I thought it was
Yeah.
Jin at first too, because I thought that, but then like, oh no, Kazuya. Oh, okay, I was wrong twice.
Yeah. But yeah.
It was pretty funny though with the cliff drops in the trailer, like just
Yeah,
him
it
throwing
was-
everyone
it
off a
was
cliff.
fun. It was a nice, like, low-key, like, fun, epic trailer. Very different for a Smash reveal, but, yeah. I
I'm not
liked
really
it.
excited for Kazuya, but like I'm cool with him being there because like it makes sense to be in the game. It
Yeah.
feels a little overdue.
Yeah, he seems fun to play as. And yeah, I'm surprised that Namco took this long to have a second rep. Maybe it's like the Sakurai thing where he doesn't want to overrepresent Kirby. Like maybe Namco didn't really. But I guess Namco's not the one picking the characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Rob, you got anything to say about Kazuya?
I
Not
felt
really.
nothing with him because
Yeah.
I did not know him, and then it just and the more I thought about it, the more it just upset me. Not because it would not because I'm of being butthurt out of someone I would rather see in Smash. It's because I don't want another fighting character.
Oh, you're one of those people.
He doesn't want a fighting game character in his fighting game.
Smash isn't a fighting game.
Yes, it is.
Sakurai said so.
It is though.
Also, I have war flashbacks because after Terry.
I thought
Yeah,
for a
I
second you
don't
said
really-
Vor flashbacks.
Oh no. Yeah, Patrick and I don't really like Terry that much.
But I do.
But it's mainly just because of his like mechanic with the super special moves after 100%. Like, I don't know.
But it looks like Kazuya, he gets better if you kill more people.
Yeah, but like Sephiroth has like a balanced version of that. Like the one wing makes him more powerful, but it's not like overwhelmingly broken. And Kazuya might be like that, but I guess we'll just have to see.
I mean,
I don't
that's just rage in general.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
that
true.
Sephiroth and Lucario are just built different, that it's more powerful.
They are built different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Seems like a cool thing.
I'm sure it'll be a fun time either way.
What was after
yeah.
Kazuya?
I forget the order.
Bunch of other stuff that wasn't mainline.
They announced I don't know, just whatever order we want, I guess.
I'm just gonna go load the video and scroll through it.
I saw they announced Breath of the Wild 2,
That was the very last thing.
but
Technically, it was announced back in 2019, but
so I'm confused on why they don't want to give it a name or reveal the name, because according to what I read, it might reveal too much about the plot. Like, then just why would you just leave it as Breath of the Wild 2 at that point?
because
Well, I mean, I think their name will be revealed like later in development, like right before it's about to come out, probably. Like I think for right now, they probably just don't want to reveal it.
I think it'd be really funny though if they just actually call it Breath of the Wild 2. Because it's all this speculation. What are they gonna call it? Breath of the Wild 2. Oh shit.
Yeah, because it's like Breath of the Wild itself is like an important brand now, like in addition to the Zelda brand itself. Because like Breath of the Wild, like way
became the
outsold
brand.
every other Zelda game, and it's like really letting like consumers know that this is the sequel to Breath of the Wild is important.
It doesn't need to have Breath of the Wild in the name. Age of Calamity got Breath of the Wild fans excited with.
Well, that's true, but still, just for all the normies out there.
Okay,
Just
so I have the.
So if it reveals too much about the plot, does that mean it's called Breath of the Wild 2, throwing your used car batteries in the ocean?
The Legend of Zelda Endgame.
Sick.
A fun theory: Death of the Wild.
Death of the Wild. That'd be
It's
funny.
the
Okay.
breadth of the wild with a D.
Yeah. Okay.
I have the direct load up, and they do have like timestamps for everything. So the second thing was the Life is Strange remaster collection in True Colors, which I don't think we have anything to talk about there.
Yeah. it's gonna be
Guardians of the
hilarious.
Galaxy again. Worms Rumble. Anyone here ever
Yay.
play the Worms games besides me?
I played
Yeah,
Armageddon.
I do not know
Okay.
anything about the worms other than I remember them from the Impossible Quiz. For
Yeah,
anyone who remembers that.
I do. There were like 4 of those. The first I've gotten to was that stupid one in the movie theater. I had to find all the numbers. That's the farthest I've gotten. Yeah, so Worms Rumble. Usually the Worms games are like turn-based war games. Usually, like you control one war movement and choose your attack to fight the other army. This is like a full real-time arena fighter thing. It looks fun, a little jank, but it's fun. It looks like it's only gonna be $15 too.
That's good.
Next thing was Astria Ascending. No one cares. It looks like a mobile phone RPG.
Yes.
2 Point Campus. It's a tycoon type game, sim game, same as that 2 Point Hospital, which is the same devs.
Yeah.
That has its own niche. Not really my thing. The other one's probably better though, because you can dress up the doctors as Sonic the Hedgehog. So that means it's the best game ever made.
Correct.
Dr. Sonic.
Imagine getting your colonoscopy from Knuckles the Echidna.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to get 2 Point Hospital now, just for that reason.
Nice.
So the next one, this is probably my favorite announcement of the show because I'm that kind of guy. Super Monkey Ball's back, baby, and it's finally good again.
It's not dead. Yeah, this looks great. I've never played Super Monkey Ball before. I just know nobody liked Banana Blitz HD because nobody liked the original Banana Blitz. But now I'm excited to try out a real Super Monkey Ball game.
The problem with Banana Blitz was that it was a Wii launch title, so they had to shoehorn motion into everything.
Ew.
So like you had to like hold the Wii remote up vertically like a joystick to move everything around, and I had to jump on that just didn't work with those controls. It just butchered the control of the actual levels, and that's the most important thing in the game, control, because you have to tilt everything so precisely in those games.
Yeah.
And they like the original Monkey Balls had like a handful of really, really well-made quality mini games. Not that many, but they were really well made. Like in Monkey Ball 2, I think it was called Monkey Target, the flying mini game. You could play that one just for hours because of how fun it was. You just roll down the monkey down the hole and try to fly through the air to collect bananas and then land on a target. And there are different sections to get points. It's that kind of game.
Nice.
Like they were just really well designed, fun mini games. And then Banana Blitz had the idea that they had 50 mini games and they were all waggle games and they were all terrible.
Yikes.
And then that just kind of became the MO for a while. So yeah, now now here it's like they did the Banana Blitz HD 2 years ago, which was like such a random thing. It's like, okay, it's nice to see Monkey Ball back, but why did you remaster this one? And they quickly realized the only reason they did is because they probably looked at the numbers and saw that Banana Blitz was the best-selling game in the series. And again, it's the best-selling game in the series because it was a launch title for the Wii.
Yeah.
They looked at the numbers and they didn't look at the context.
Yeah.
And the prevailing fault of that was, why didn't you remaster 2?
Yeah.
So now they listened and they're remastering 1, 2, and Deluxe, which Deluxe was basically a combination of 1 and 2 with new levels.
Nice.
So this is basically going to be a greatest hits pack, basically.
Yeah, and this is probably going to be the best seller because it's on the Switch and everything sells.
It's on everything and it's $40.
Yes.
Steal.
Yeah, honestly. I'm really excited for this. And I've never played a Monkey Ball, so yeah, it looks good.
I played so much Monkey Ball 2 back as a kid. It was like the game I rented from Blockbuster all the time.
Nice.
Memoirs.
Speaking of,
but it's not Donkey Kong, so it's late.
that is true. It is not.
That's
Donkey
true.
Kong.
I do need Donkey Kong. We didn't.
Yeah.
I only got 2 of the free gorillas that day.
Yeah, but speaking of games that are remastered,
with Donkey Kong.
Speaking of games with Donkey Kong that are remastered versions of old content that has been repurposed for a new game and a new audience. Hey, Mario Party Superstars. Holy shit, this is exactly what I wanted from Mario Party.
I've been saying to do this for years, and they finally did it.
They took the concept of the top 100 and did it correctly this time. Like, I didn't think they would ever acknowledge the fact that that was a mistake that needed to be redone. Like this feels too good to be true. And it's like, well, the only problem really is the fact that it's only 5 boards, but like at least these boards, like we know they're good. Like I know Spaceland is a good board. I know like Peach's Birthday Cake is like pretty fun. Like at least we know they're quality boards and not just the small squares that were in Super Mario Party.
What I'm hoping for is that it's like I hope what they do is 5 from the N64 games and then 5 from the GameCube games.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That's what I would hope.
That would
But
be
yeah.
nice.
Like, the fact that they're bringing everything that like the rule set of the original N64 games and like the fact that they're even acknowledging that this is like the best version of Mario Party there's been is just like mind-blowing to me. Like I can't believe they would ever like acknowledge that they've been fucking up Mario Party for the past few years. And it's like this is the exact step in the right direction after Super Mario Party that we needed. Like stepping back to how it was originally. I'm so happy. This looks so good. It's gonna have like just online where you can save your progress, so it's not like the game will get ruined. Just oh my god, yeah, I'm so hyped for this.
Very much so.
And we do know that there is at least some GameCube content, because if you look in that big collage that says 100 minigames, we do see book scoring from Mario Party 4, and that's like the best minigame of Mario Party 4.
Yeah, exactly. That's everyone's favorite minigame of all time, so yeah.
Also, Ben is here now.
Hi, Ben.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I out just in time for the party?
Yes.
Yeah, you're here for Mario Party.
Indeed.
How convenient.
We also did talk about Kazuya and Smash and Monkey Ball, if you have anything to say about them.
Those were good.
Cool.
Woo!
All right.
Nice.
With the Mario Party, I guess it makes sense that if they're making online, they made the online for Super as an update, but it also kind of is conflicting with sales, maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think that got anyone to buy Super at this point. And yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason that update happens because they already had the online for this. So yeah, just slap it in the old one in an update. It's the same engine.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah. Peach's Birthday Cake looks delicious. Like I want to eat it. Like oh my god.
Donkey Kong's ass looks delicious.
I know I want to eat that too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rob, say the thing.
Monkey cheeks.
Say it with more gusto.
Monkey cheek. There you go.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh no, Ben left.
Ben left after that. That was all he could handle.
Sometimes you can't handle the
Couldn't
monkey
handle the
cheek.
cheeks.
Yeah.
Monkey cheeks.
So yeah, this game looks great. I cannot wait to play it. Like I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm Koopa Troopa with the holding the flag makes me so happy to see that again.
Yep. But anyway, speaking of games that look great that are coming out in October that I can't wait to play, holy fuck, Metroid!
My god.
Okay, so this was the reveal of E3 for me. This was the big game. This blew my mind. I can't believe this is actually happening. It's not just the fact that it's a new 2D Metroid after 19 years and like 27 on a home console. It's like the fact that they're following up Fusion, which is my favorite Metroid game ever. Like, we get to see finally what happens after that. Like, I can't believe this is real. This is everything I wanted in a new 2D Metroid. It's like
Metroid Dread. Since like 2005.
Yeah.
It's finally happening. And,
yeah.
I can't wait.
That Easter egg they put in Prime 3 about like Metroid Project Dread is nearing completion.
Oh, dude.
Like, yes, here it is.
And it's finally completed.
I can't believe this. This is so exciting. Because I've been like waiting to see what they did after Samus Returns. Like I thought they were just gonna like remake Fusion next, which I would have been happy with because I love that game. But like, yeah, the fact that it's a brand new 2D Metroid from the people who did Samus Returns, it's like that's just all I could have ever hoped for.
I'm gonna link Rob's reaction to Metroid Dread in the description for this.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, Metroid is the whole reason I brought Rob here in the first place.
Nice.
Do you want to give the lowdown, Rob? Do you want to give the lowdown on the history of Metroid Dread and everything for those who don't know?
So Metroid Dread was originally announced in Nintendo Power in like 2005 for the Nintendo DS. It started and stopped production between 2005 and 2008. They eventually just fully canned it, I believe, after 2008 because
Yeah.
Prime 3 came out in 2007. And I believe there was another handheld Metroid game that was being worked on by another studio that was completely detached from all of that. And basically, Yoshio Sakamoto, the director or producer, rather, he just he kept saying that we've wanted to do this project. We've wanted, there to be a follow up to Metroid Fusion, but the technology was never there, and everybody thought he was just pushing it out of his ass because it's just oh, why not put it on the Wii U? But it's why would you put it on the Wii U? Because the Wii U wasn't doing that well, and I love Metroid and all, but Metroid doesn't sell, all that other stuff. Why would they put a game that's not going to sell on the Wii U? Yada, yada, yada. And yeah, met up with Mercury Steam, and they've finally put something together. The idea became fully realized, and they just went to town on it. And it feels like they actually, from what they showed us, it actually looked like they worked on it for more than a year. So yeah, I'm so very, so very excited for that.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Oh my
I can't
God.
believe it's finally happening, and there's
Yeah.
voice acting in it. Adam's
my
going to
God.
be fully
Yeah.
voice acted. They're apparently going to bridge between Fusion into this, and then it's going to finish up the entirety of the arc with Samus and the Metroids. So I can't wait. I truly can't wait. And
Oh man.
boy, do I hate scalpers. I hate scalpers.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I had to order mine from Amazon Japan.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's talking about the special edition for the record.
And
Oh yeah, I tried
the
ordering the
Amiibos.
special edition and it just was out of stock already. So
Yeah, it was bad. It really
Yeah.
was bad.
Oh man.
At
Your
least
order is confirmed though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It only took you like a day and a half to get it.
Yeah, it took me a day and a half and fighting the urge to drop $260. Yeah.
Which, for the record, this man has been known to do.
Yeah, I have done that in the past, but in this case, it's just too much, and I wouldn't be able to make it back off of a YouTube video. So it's okay, I'll be patient this time, even though it's Metroid, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I can't wait. It's
Oh my
easily
God, yeah.
my favorite thing announced, and God, the design, the stealth.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't.
man.
Oh my God, the
Yeah.
red suit looks beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
love
like the
the
way
fact
this
that
dude looks
they're-
here.
I love the fact that they're following up the idea from Fusion of someone just stalking and chasing you constantly. Just the Emmy robot just following you. Just holy shit.
Yeah, that's
my
going to
God.
be terrifying.
That's
And if
the
Kenji Yamamoto is doing the music again, I already know it's going to be extra terrifying.
Yeah.
Because
I
that man
love-
knows
Oh my God.
atmosphere.
I love the way the
Yeah.
robot moves, just like when you saw in that cutscene, just the way it bends in half and then goes through its own legs to start chasing you.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
just
creepy.
So cool.
it
like
looks
they're
like
playing
a
up-
wild animal on the prowl.
Yeah.
They're playing up the horror
Mhm.
aspects more than ever here.
Yeah, and after
Yeah, and
the
that's what
SAX,
I-
you need to.
Yeah. That's what I'm so excited about because Fusion is a really fucking terrifying game at
It
so many
is.
points. So it's and the fact that they're taking that to the next level, that's also what they said with Breath of the Wild too, that it would play up I think be more horror based and kind of just like Majora's Mask. I love it when Nintendo just goes dark because it's you don't expect it from them. And
Super Paper
Metroid
Mario.
actually is it's a franchise so well suited for that because it's their most mature franchise by far. So it's yeah,
They could-
just leaning into that is so cool.
And if this
If
is what they're
sales were
doing
better-
for Dread, I can't imagine what they're cooking up with Retro for Prime 4.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
just makes me all the more excited for that, too.
I'm
yeah,
gonna say if sales were better for Metroid in general, they could absolutely get away with making an M-rated Metroid.
Absolutely.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. And I feel like this will probably be the best selling Metroid because unfortunately, yeah, they haven't sold all that well in the past. And the fact that this the Switch everything sells super well on it. I think because with the Wii especially, it's it was more catered to casual audiences, and it's the casual games are the ones that sold a lot better. But with the Switch, it's like there's a lot more like hardcore experiences and like for like, more hardcore gamers that like sell well, like Breath of the Wild, like Smash Ultimate, like those sorts of things. So I think Metroid will definitely outsell like every previous game here on Switch. So I'm really excited for that.
Especially
And-
with all those special editions and amiibos getting scalped.
Oh yeah, true.
It's like that sucks, but that's going to contribute towards sales. So
Yeah.
And
I like
don't know if that's like because they didn't produce enough because they didn't anticipate the hype, or if it's just they did and it still sold out.
Yeah, I like the fact that the content is not locked behind Amiibo.
yeah, because
They,
it's
they
just
learned from Samus Returns, so that's nice.
thankfully.
Technically, we don't know what the amiibo do yet.
That's true.
Samus gives you a full health tank, and the ME1 gives replenishes your missiles. You can use them once per day.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Was that
So
during
you're
the
not really
treehouse?
missing anything. It's just the fact that it's physical Metroid media, and we have so little of that. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought the Emmy thing would. I thought the Emmy one would do something like you scan it and then the Emmy just can't detect you for a brief time.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
A little ME2.
But yeah, I am beyond hyped for this. This was what made E3 for me.
So
Yeah.
you're saying that
It was-
Just Dance 2022 was not your favorite game of the show?
No,
It's not on the Wii.
I mean, if
Yeah.
it was on the Wii, then yes. But I mean, come on, Ubisoft.
We got Cruise and Blast, which that's an old arcade series from a while back. This is apparently the newest entry that's been out in arcades for a little bit. Fun little
Okay.
arcade racer. That's neat to see.
Yeah, that's cute.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's getting ported. I've heard decent things about it. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, there you go.
Yeah.
Mario Golf Super Rush. Anyone got something to say about that one right now? That we haven't
It
said before.
looks fun. That's it.
I like the new Dawn course. We got bank everything off the walls.
Yeah.
Doesn't that game come out like next week?
Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Monster
pick it up.
Hunter.
It looks fun.
Monster Hunter Stories 2. Why was this here? We got the big lowdown in Capcom's for this. Then for this was the one of the two big things for Nintendo. WarioWare Get It Together.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
love WarioWare so much. This is
I
gonna
do
be
too.
just great.
It's
It's such a perfect series for the Switch, like with like the Joy-Cons and with like 2 players. Like, and they're doing 2 players, and it's like
That's gonna be
fits perfectly.
madness.
it is
Yeah.
going to be madness.
Like you get
It-
5 seconds to figure this out with 2 people now. Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be fucking wacky. And with
Yeah.
online multiplayer.
Oh man, it's like
And-
such cool additions. Like I like that they're actually incorporating the characters of WarioWare and their abilities like into the
Yeah.
micro games. Like that. Why didn't they think of that before? Like
Because
honestly,
now, not only is it figure it out in 5 seconds, you gotta figure out how your character is able to do it too.
yeah,
Even more replayability to these endlessly replayable micro
Yeah.
games.
yeah. Honestly,
And
Yeah.
2-player, that just adds to the fun and chaos.
yeah. This looks great. I'm so excited for this too.
I recently got the Iwata book, and there was like a little blur passage on about WarioWare, where effectively what their mindset with the games is basically do what Nintendo usually wouldn't. So like whatever
Yeah.
we normally would do the opposite for WarioWare,
basically,
and that's perfect.
I mean, these all feel like charming Nintendo. The cast is all a bunch of charming Nintendo-esque characters, though.
You know, like I was watching Alpharad's reaction. He talked about how WarioWare has such a more interesting cast than just normal Mario.
yeah, it does.
And like he was also talking about like with the Warriors games, how the cast is what makes those games because he had preferred Age of Calamity because he just likes the champions more than he does the normal Zelda cast. And then he brought that up with WarioWare. When's Wario Warriors coming out?
Yeah,
The main villain. I just want a Wario game where Wario and his friends have to team up against Waluigi,
Oh my
who is upset that he never gets to be important.
You
That
just
would
have
be actually
Waluigi as
incredible.
the CEO of his own company. He's like Jeff Bezos and has $1 billion, and Wario has to beat up his own ex-brother and take down his empire, take all his money, and then hire Waluigi back in the end.
and then
Yeah.
Waluigi makes Facebook.
Oh my
Incredible. Yeah, I wish they did more things with the WarioWare characters. What if they merged Wario Land and WarioWare, like a Wario Land game that took characters from WarioWare?
Oh, you could
Like,
totally pull like Captain Syrup in these games.
yeah, like just merge the Warios.
They could just make her a part of the WarioWare cast.
I don't know. Everyone wants a new Wario
They,
Land, and that would be cool.
they probably can't do that so easily with Waluigi because if he was in WarioWare, then Wario would not be as special there.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I feel like they could still make it work. And the fact that Wario gets to be fully voice acted in these.
Yeah.
The voice acting is just so charming in WarioWare Gold. And it was like that game had everything, so I was wondering, where do you go from there? From this mega compilation.
Well, you just keep on going.
Yeah, but like
They figured it out.
where do you go with new micro games aside from just more? Now the characters are actually doing the games.
Yeah. So yeah, this is hype. I'm glad WarioWare is still like going strong and like is healthy with new releases, considering how few of Nintendo's franchises are.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a great one. I'm excited for more of it.
You can tell Charles Martinet just has so much fun voicing him too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
What's after WarioWare?
Shin
Shin Megami
Megami
Tensei
Tensei
5.
Yeah, this looks great. This looks like if Pokemon were good. But yeah, I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game before. I've only
Yeah, you
played
have. It's called Persona.
I'm a filthy weeb.
Isn't Shin Megami Tensei like Persona without your social days? You just spent or a high
Yeah,
school
well, it's
teacher on
like
the other
Persona
world.
is literally a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah,
Yes.
Persona is basically taking like the battle elements of Shin Megami Tensei, I think, but like adding this like high school setting and social link stuff. Like I think Shin Megami Tensei is more of like post-apocalyptic settings, I feel like. Again, I don't know. I'm just talking off of what I've heard. But yeah, this looks great. I should probably play the 3 remaster. But yeah, it looks like a solid game. Jack Frost is in it, so Mordo will be happy. And
The other Rob.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Looks good.
Danganronpa. Anyone have any history of Danganronpa?
I played the first one for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Were they a good
bought
3
it.
minutes?
On PS4, and I haven't played it.
And then immediately after you bought it was when
this was announced.
All I can say about my time in it was that I got pissed off because there was no way to exit the game. That's why I've stopped playing it.
Nice. Because the murder bear wouldn't let you leave.
No, like it was going through the tutorial and stuff, and I was like, okay, but how do I get like to a menu? Because I'm like, okay, I just want to see how this is, and it just refused to like bring up any menus. It was like, okay, I'm never playing you until like I decide to play you again.
Yes, that is how it works with games. You never play them again until you decide to.
I will tell you how long ago it was since I last fired the first one up. Hold on.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say at least 6 months.
Here we go. Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. I last played it February 25th.
Okay. I was close-ish.
Total
You're
playtime,
out the
3 minutes.
theoretically I think Chris and James would enjoy it because isn't it Persona and Phoenix Wright combined?
Oh yeah, you're also
Fine.
trying to not have your classmates get killed.
And yet to find
So
imposters.
also some Mass Effect and
Amogus.
It's
Among
Among Us, Mass Effect, Persona, and fucking Phoenix Wright all rolled into one, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll play it eventually. I'll get around to it.
I'll get back to it.
Yeah, eventually.
Maybe.
But anyway, though.
So, Fatal Frame 5 is getting a re-release after being locked to the Wii U.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's stunning how few like Wii U re-releases there are now. Like, I think Nintendo finally grew out of that.
Yeah.
What's left?
Well, they did all their
Xenoblade X?
stuff.
No.
They did
I
all
wouldn't
their
mind
stuff.
Wind
Now
Waker
it's
and
time for other
Twilight
people.
Princess.
Yeah, it's nice to see Fatal Frame is getting a comeback again.
Yeah, I
Now
think
people
Fatal
can actually
Frame
play it.
definitely do a lot better on a better console.
And I think the last one also, this one also had a really weird release on Wii U too. Like, wasn't it digital only or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like, it was like part of a trial thing.
yeah, it was bizarre.
But they wanted it to fail because it was too mature.
Because it was like 2015 at that point, and the Wii U was already dead.
Yeah.
The only thing it
rough.
had left at that point was Splatoon.
Yep.
Next up was the DLC for Doom Eternal got released that day.
Yay.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is getting a port. I think that was announced previously, but now he saw like the actual game running, so that's nice.
Yeah.
The game that no one remembers from this Strange Brigade, which is like that Egyptian shooter game that came out the same day as well. So that's a Shadow Drop.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the only 2 games that leaked, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Yep,
This did get shown off at Ubisoft as well.
It
But
leaked again.
Mario plus Rabbids will never stop leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get far in the first game, but it is quality, and
Yeah, the first
keeps
game
going-
felt like the gameplay itself was very tight. I enjoyed it. But I kind of just stopped after a little while.
yeah.
It goes on sale all the time.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's on sale right now for like $10. The
Yeah.
version for all the DLC is only 15
It's so weird to see a Mario game on sale because technically it's
consistently.
yeah.
the cutscenes look gorgeous.
That Bowser Rabbit is gonna be someone's awakening. Someone's gonna have a sexual awakening on that one, and I do not want to meet that person ever.
I don't like how they just end up making Rabbit OCs instead of having more Mario characters in and doing
Well,
action.
we got Rosalina probably.
Possibly.
They got Pringus Rosalina, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
What everybody on Twitter has said.
Yeah.
So the next game, this was a big shock. Advance Wars is
Yeah.
getting a remake.
What the fuck? This was like the most shocking thing of the whole thing. I'm excited because I've never played Advance Wars before, but everyone seems to love it who has played it.
Japan only, or was it only one of the games was over here?
I think the 2 Game Boy Advance ones were over here, but I think there's like one of the DS maybe that was only in Japan. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And technically, the very first one was Famicom Wars on the Famicom, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
There were real-time there were strategy games like Fire Emblem, that kind of deal, except this time it's a war setting. So I
It's
feel
like-
like Fire Emblem are probably like these. I've never played it, but you know.
yeah,
I have a chance.
I love Fire Emblem, so Advance Wars doesn't need to sell me on gameplay. It's basically like in Fire Emblem, you want to try to make all your units survive, and this one, your units are expendable.
Yeah. But also the waifus.
Yeah, this game has waifus though.
Mhm.
It's just like this is mind blowing. Like I can't believe this is happening. Like
Good for it.
yeah.
Not the franchise I choose to get a remake, but hey, it's cool that it's happening. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, this bodes well for like other Nintendo franchises that have been like dormant for eternity. Like,
Hint.
yeah, I mean, Golden Sun might be coming up soon. Who knows?
Yeah, honestly. We
yeah.
always bring up F-Zero every time.
Yeah, Kid Icarus would be cool, but technically that did get its chance, and then it died again.
Well, Uprising did well, didn't it?
Yeah, it sold like 1 million copies. Like it definitely did well, but like yeah,
then-
Sakurai just doesn't like making sequels in general.
And then
And
Kazuya,
I don't blame him.
threw Pit into himself.
Yeah. I don't think Arms 2 is happening.
Yep, that's why they also went into the pit.
Yeah. Oh, but anyway, though, Way Forward is helping develop this Advance Wars remake, so I find
Yeah,
that interesting.
I see it in the animations of the characters.
Yeah, I think they're a really good fit. I hope they continue like making these
Way
games.
Forward with a
consistent.
budget. Amazing.
Yeah.
The toy aesthetic kind of looks a little cheap. It looks like an eShop game.
But that's
little,
okay.
but that's
This is
fine.
getting anything for this franchise, and it looks like it'll still play the same. So it's like this is fine. I'm fine with
And
this.
it's 2 games in 1.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like I know Way Forward does great stuff, so like this is good.
Intelligent systems just could not be they could not care less anymore.
Intelligent systems could not be bothered to do more advanced wars. They got that Fire Emblem waifu money. That's all they need.
But
And
they
that
can get
WarioWare money.
but ginger hair army waifu.
Oh no.
Oh,
Waifu.
that reminds me, I forgot to talk about Metal Slug Tactics earlier. There's gonna be a new Metal Slug and its attack this game. Hell yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Balling.
Okay. Let's see. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. You can play as the Guardian now. It's pretty cool. I haven't. I don't really care much
You
about
could
that.
already play as a guardian, just baby.
Yeah.
Skyward Sword HD, it exists.
It sure does.
That Game Watch system. That's better than the Mario one.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to get like Link's Awakening on there. I wasn't expecting that.
Honestly,
I don't know why it's the original and not the Game Boy Color version, but I mean, doesn't really matter.
I think it's if we get these for like a lot of anniversaries from now on, that'd be kind of cool. Like imagine a Metroid one with the original NES game, and then the Metroid 2 on Game Boy. Imagine a Donkey Kong one that has the free arcade games on it.
That would be beautiful.
I told this to James. It's impressive that now something is actually happening for Metroid's 35th anniversary.
Yeah, Metroid is getting a new game for its 35th anniversary.
A long new game too.
It's also kind of weird that they said that this is all they're doing for Zelda for this year too. So it's like this is
I think they have something else. I think they're going to drop something else because they said that they don't have any more plans, but I think that they might have one more thing for the year.
There might be merchandise, but I don't see any big games were happening at that point.
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
It's like if they made any more, definitely. I think if they made any more ports, that would contrast with Skyward Sword HD.
Yeah, because if you're selling that for $60 and then you like port over a collection for $60, it's like, what's the better value? Like,
if they port Wind Waker and Twilight Princess together,
Zelda, so it's like.
If they ported over Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD together in one thing, then no one's buying Skyward Sword HD.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly. So I think anything else they do in terms of porting stuff might cannibalize Skyward Sword sales. But yeah, I don't know. I guess at least we got the Game & Watch. Could be worse. It could be a worse anniversary. At least they're more than one thing for Zelda. And Breath of the Wild 2 is still coming out next year, hopefully. Yeah. I kind of doubt that, though. I feel like it's going to get pushed back again because of how much the original got pushed back, but I don't mind.
Yeah, but I mean, the groundwork is done has been done for this one. The whole floating island things is a clever way to make new areas because you don't have to put much effort into the design of the terrain.
Yeah. I mean, it looks very cool. I've said this on Twitter, but I love with Breath of the Wild 2, just the original is so inspired by Princess Mononoke that it's kind of crazy. Like, I watched that movie for the first time last week, and it's like there's so much I can pick out that they took from that for Breath of the Wild. And now with the sequel, it's like they're not even like subtle about it anymore. Like, Link has a cursed arm from touching like this evil beast. Like, that's literally what happens in Princess Mononoke. Like, it's just kind of crazy. But you know what? It's fine. It's welcome influence. It's very nice.
Zelda theorists were all thinking there's gonna be the new content is gonna be underground or underwater. Nope, above.
Yeah, a lot of interesting parallels with Skyward Sword in Breath of the Wild too. Like, I wonder if those were intentional or not.
They should take more from Ghibli, and so we can get giant bugs in this game too.
Yeah,
like Skyward Sword's release might be to inform Breath of the Wild players that there is stuff above the clouds in the universe.
Yeah, it might be subtly priming them for like content that's in Breath of the Wild too. But I don't know. This didn't really change my level of hype for Breath of the Wild 2. It's about the same. Like, this is about like what I expected the game to like be like in terms of, cool new ideas and quality. So like, I don't know. It was a pretty basic thing to end on, I thought, especially since the game doesn't have a title yet. But I guess it is the most highly anticipated game Nintendo currently has revealed.
Well, it was until Metroid Dread.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, even then, Zelda's like more far-reaching than Metroid in terms of its like fan base, and especially
Metroid Dread is coming soon.
yeah, Metroid Dread is at least coming this month.
It felt
Month?
weird that
I
there
mean,
was
year.
no one more thing at the end of this direct, but at the same time, you can't really follow Zelda.
Yeah,
The only thing they would do is like another Smash thing, and like the last time they had 2 Smash, they did Zelda last still.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, me personally, I would have, with everything that was in this direct, I would have ended it with Metroid Dread, but that's just me. Like, I guess they figured Zelda would have more appeal and everything. But yeah, but I mean, I saw a lot more people talking about Metroid Dread in comparison.
It's beautiful.
Which
I hope
yeah,
the new Zelda Link can like turn his arm into a grappling hook or a hook shot.
the hook shot would be nice to bring back, especially with these islands. You could hook shot to them. That'd be cool. I miss it.
That'd be wild.
Yeah. Yeah, this game looks pretty cool. I wonder what 2D Zelda's doing, like, because we haven't really gotten a new 2D Zelda in a while.
Yeah, the last one was the remake of Link's Awakening.
Yeah, that was good. Like, I hope, I think Grezzo did that. I hope they're working on like a new 2D Zelda, or at least another remake. But like the last real one was like, because Triforce Heroes, nobody really counts that. I don't think.
Yeah, so Link Between Worlds was the last real one.
Yeah, Link Between
Yeah.
Worlds.
The same map.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if we're ever gonna get like a fully original 2D Zelda experience again. That would be.
That would be cool.
Do
Yeah.
you want to count Kane's if I roll?
Oh yeah. Well, it's pretty much a spin-off, but yeah, they definitely took a lot from Zelda, so it is cool. I wish they would do more of that. I wish they would like lend their IPs to indie developers more often, because we get like
Yeah.
really cool games that like don't damage the brand at all. They're just more fun experiences with that
Just-
franchise.
Give F-Zero to Shin and Media. They're the guys who did the fast racing games. Just give it to them.
Yeah, for real.
They literally already made not F-Zero themselves, like twice.
And that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's on these developers to like approach Nintendo with ideas for their franchises, because like I think that's what Mercury Steam did. They approached them with the idea to remake Metroid Fusion, and that's how they got the job for Metroid: Samus Returns. It's like, and I don't know if Nintendo would have like remade Metroid 2 if it wasn't for this promising developer coming to them. So hopefully, maybe more developers can just like approach Nintendo
I
with
think
their
the
ideas
issue-
to provide franchises.
I think the issue is being established, because Mercury Steam is also the guys who did the Lords of Shadow 3DS game, I think, right?
Yeah, they made those.
Yeah, so they had at least a resume to show and work with other people like Konami. Like, if you're just like a random indie developer, I don't think Nintendo's gonna give you the time of day with their own IPs, but they'll be gladly give you a dev kit in general.
Yeah,
Like, it
that's
would have to be like a way forward coming to them, or Yacht Club Games, or like that. You couldn't just have a couple guys from college approach Nintendo and get an IP.
But
That's
then
true.
again,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like they do so little with so many of their IPs. It's like, do you really
Yeah.
hold them in that high of a regard?
Give us Urban Champion.
I mean, give us like Star Fox, F-Zero, Chibi Robo. Like, you guys are doing nothing with any of these.
Yeah,
It's,
honestly, like
you're
you think
making-
we could scout out for these smaller studios to make these games and revive these brands. Like, I don't know, because it's like people still love these brands, and especially because Smash Bros is a thing, and like we still get to see these characters in modern video games. So it's not like Nintendo wants us to forget these characters. It's like these characters still have appeal to us thanks to stuff like Smash. So they really should try and use that appeal and get new games made with like promising smaller developers. But I don't know.
I mean, I feel like they're just sleeping on like really good opportunities there too. It's like,
Yeah, they honestly are.
it would be great to get like another racing game from Nintendo that's not Mario Kart. It would be great to get another space-based title that's not Metroid to that extent. Like, I don't know. It just it's really upsetting because I loved F-Zero, I loved Star Fox, I loved Chibi Robo, and it's like I feel like you can really speak to a whole demographic with all three of those, and even more of the stuff that they're not really working with now. And it's, I don't know, it's like a land developer not wanting to develop all the land. They just want to develop this one little circle because it looks nice. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It's rough. But I think what was so exciting about this E3 is that it was a step in the right direction in that regard, because it wasn't just like, you know, the IPs that we always get, like Mario and Zelda. Like, there was barely any Mario in this E3, aside from like Mario Party, and that's what I really liked. It's like they brought back Advance Wars. They like have a new 2D Metroid. It's like even like WarioWare like isn't the most prolific one. So it's just like that's what got me super excited with this E3, and that's why I like really enjoyed it. Like, this is, in my opinion, their best E3 since 2017, because I was kind of on the fence on 2019. Like, everyone likes that one, but like, I don't know, it didn't hook me outside of the end with Banjo and the reveal of Breath of the Wild 2. This one though, I thought was like fantastic across the board. So many like surprise reveals. And yeah, with Advance Wars coming back especially, it's like a step in the right direction in terms of reviving their IPs. So yeah, I really hope they do more of this in the future and work with more small developers.
I have just been informed that you can play as a Dreamcast in the new Super Monkey Ball game.
Masterpiece.
Yeah.
So glad I pre-ordered it.
Heck
Yes. Yep.
Though I'm
anyway,
being told that apparently the classic stands are in the digital deluxe version, so now I'm conflicted. I hope that's just the regular DLC later, because I want to play as the classic models.
Yeah.
Last few things I wanted to say about Metroid Dread. I never thought Nintendo was actually going to ever make a sequel to Fusion. I thought they were just going to leave it up to fan interpretation, because it's been the finale for so long, with Samus finally going against the Federation. But I guess there's going to be closure to that now. And the slide is such an obvious yet amazing inclusion that like you wouldn't even think about it in terms of mobility. But now that it's here, it fits in perfectly, and it makes the morph ball more unique when there's times where you have to use it.
Absolutely.
And I like that the melee counter is movable.
Yeah, I like that they streamlined that, because now there's no waiting; it's just go. I really like that too. My favorite thing about Metroid is just getting more powerful as the game goes on, so you could just run and gun everything in your path. So the new mobility options are like look like a lot of fun for that. Oh yeah, speedrunning is going to be a real joy.
I just wonder if the game is going to be like Fusion and Metroid 2, where the map is pretty linear, or if it's going to be like Super, where there's a bunch of different ways to go.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
Anything at this point.
I think it's going to be really rewarding how the enemy robot's going to be virtually indestructible probably the entire game until the very end, when you finally get like the one weapon upgrade that's to destroy them, and it's probably going to be the most satisfying thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think it's like there's a special weapon to destroy an Emmy for each area, but the Emmys keep upgrading in each area before you can get it.
Yeah. Anyway, though, so those are Nintendo games, and you know what else is a Nintendo game? Smash Brothers. And
Yeah, Kazuya's in it.
You know who's a Smash Brothers fighter for some reason? Sheik. So today's Smash character of the day is Sheik. So
wow, a character that I've never played as.
Yeah, you're not missing much. I don't really care for
All
Sheik.
I'm going to say is that Sheik used to be one of the best characters in the game competitively, and now Smash Ultimate, she's one of the worst.
Yeah. So, Sheik is interesting because they're a character that's clearly only in because of the transforming mechanic in Melee, and it was like a really cool, unique thing. It was less cool when you found out how terrible Zelda was in comparison to Sheik and you never switched. But, yeah, it was cool back then. It fit with Ocarina of Time and everything. Now that they're separate, it's just like, when you look at the representation of Zelda in Smash, it's just, Sheik is just such a, like, weird character to just be a representative. Because I mean,
3 Links, 2 Zeldas, 1 Ganondorf. Bam! It's a perfect triangle pyramid.
Yeah.
Triforce.
yeah, I don't know. Ever since they stopped being switchable characters, especially since now switchable characters are a thing again with like Pyra and Mithra, it's just like, I don't know. I just find Sheik kind of a lame character. Like I never enjoy playing as them. I think Greninja does the whole ninja concept better. It's just yeah. I never really cared for Sheik. Just their super fast movements. Like I got a lot of what I wanted from a character like Sheik out of Marth in terms of like fast movements and just I don't know. Gameplay wise, I just find them boring. I don't know, but that's just me. People like Sheik.
It's
But
mainly just competitive that why she was so highly rated, because she was just one of the best characters for competitive. That's
yeah,
really a lot of it, and I'm pretty sure the only reason she's still in is because she was in a melee and just kept getting in,
yeah.
even though
It's
she
like
was
at
only
that
relevant
point,
in one game.
yeah, Sheik was like a very popular character. So at that point, like, why remove them? So it's just they kept getting in. The fact that Sheik is in 4 Smash games and only 1 actual Zelda game just astounds me. Because it's like I don't know. There's just so many better one-off characters that like I know it's not how it worked out because Melee had its transformation stuff and it was like good back then, but like so many characters that never got to be a fighter, like Midna and Girahim and like I don't know, the fucking King of Red Lions, just be a boat, just fuck people up. I don't know.
I'd play as
Be a
Boat.
funny joke character.
Who?
That should be the
Epona.
last DLC character, just the King of Red Lions.
King of Red Lions, yeah. I don't know.
There we go. It's
Zelda-
Epona. Just you play as a literal horse.
Yeah, Zelda just has so many fun and unique characters, and just then there's Sheik, where they literally made up the entire moveset for Smash.
I mean, they
And
did the
it's-
same thing with Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I don't know. And it's like in Ocarina of Time, I really like Sheik. Like Sheik is a cool character, very cool and mysterious. I like playing the harp alongside them. They're a very great companion that I just enjoy hearing from. Sheik's theme is just so beautiful. They're so great. But yeah, honestly,
The harp and theme aren't in Smash at all.
that's true. They could have remixed it, considering Sheik has been a fighter for 4 games. So it's like I like Sheik in their one appearance in the main series, and I guess they're fun in Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors, they are strategically one of the best characters because they have a move that makes you invincible.
Yeah, but
And they're
yeah,
super fast.
but yeah, that's really where my care for Sheik ends. They're not like a Midna or a Girahim in terms of being like a super compelling character, because it's just Zelda, so it's just Zelda in disguise. So it's like there's not a lot of Sheik's own identity in there. It's just like a disguise. So as a character, like I like what Sheik brings to Ocarina of Time, but they're also just kind of a false like personality that Zelda adopts. And in Smash, they are lame. So that's my thoughts on Shrek.
And because of Smash, you will never. What are the chances of playing Ocarina of Time and not knowing who Sheik is?
Yes, that was one of Sakurai's first big spoiler moments. Even though Ocarina of Time is such a big game, you probably already knew. But what does everyone else think about Shrek?
I
Why
think
isn't
Greninja-
Groose in the game yet?
Yeah,
Big old groups.
yeah.
Ben, you got any thoughts on Sheik? Sheik.
No.
All right, no one's got anything to say about Sheik, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what? There's not really much to say. I mean,
I
she-
think we
Seems
have-
good at all.
I think we have more to say about Zelda, and that's next time.
Yeah,
Right.
I just had to rant because Sheik is just such a lame character to still be in Smash when there's ability wise and character wise, there's just so many cooler characters.
Greninja has funner
I
ninja
just-
moves.
I hate the way Zelda as a franchise is represented in terms of its fighters so much, but that's a rant for another time.
Shadow Sneak is a cooler ninja ability than everything
Yeah,
in Sheik's all are.
Greninja is just cooler Sheik, so in Smash.
Ben,
But
you
yeah.
okay?
I don't know. I like that they gave Sheik a new Final Smash in Ultimate that wasn't the light arrow. That was cool.
Okay, but Ben's having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Okay. So yep, is everyone else good with Sheik? Does anyone else have anything to add about Sheik?
I don't know what more you want me to say other than I've never played as Sheik.
Yeah.
There's
they're
a
boring.
new single by Less Than Jake out today.
Wow.
Cool.
Well, okay, but what if you gave Sheik a metal box, and then that would be the Iron Sheik?
Ooh. That's
Oh,
true, Chris. Don't you want to play as the Iron Sheik?
No, because it's not the Iron
Well,
Sheik.
That's true.
If I want to play as the Iron Sheik, I want the Iron Sheik to be in Smash so I can go around and call people a jabroni and fucking suplex them off the stage.
Oh, you know what? Okay, there you go, Chris. That's tonight's stream. Just do Royal Rumble again.
Yes.
But I don't have the
Yeah.
Iron Sheik. That's the problem.
We'll get
Yeah.
the Iron Sheik.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of Iron Sheik, those are both two things that are not a food, but you know what is a
Hell, I
food?
keep forgetting about this damn section.
Food. Okay, Chris, you're not gonna believe what random food I just generated.
Is it a food?
It is technically a food.
Apparently.
You can eat it.
What do you
The
mean
food of the
it's
day
technically a
that we're gonna
food?
discuss is eel.
Fuck.
So,
Roll again.
No. There's
Oh.
quite a history.
well, I've never had eel.
Never
Should we
eaten
talk
it.
about linguine instead so Rob has something to say?
All I know about eel is that there is a few episodes of Iron Chef, the original Iron Chef, where they prepare eel.
Nice.
That's all I know about it.
Yeah. So in our
Why would you feel? They need they're not they need to be free. They need to be electrically charged.
Yeah, throw your used car batteries in the ocean to recharge the electric eels.
It is pretty safe and legal.
so
It is the most safe and legal thrill.
yeah. So in our series that we do on Chris's channel where we like dub over video games as Chris plays them, in Persona 4, we have a whole plot line where Adachi ran over Dojima's wife while wearing an eel costume and driving a Cheetos truck and doing a Fortnite dance. And
Behind
Spoilers,
the wheel.
Adachi is the murderer in Persona 4.
yeah,
That then
but Adachi is the eely soldier.
this then quickly
I'm back.
spiraled into Persona 5, where every time a character in their confidant and social link was like, "Oh, this is my tragic backstory," I correctly guessed it involved a car accident, and that then just ballooned into Adachi killing whoever
In an
they
eel
killed
costume.
in an eel costume.
So yes, we have a lot of opinions on eels, but none of them are about eels as a food.
Because
Adachi
when would
eat-
we have had the chance to eat eel?
Exactly.
Adachi eats eels, and that's where that's where the whole conversation about the eel started up.
That's true.
That's where Dojima told him.
That's true. It's because Adachi ate eels. Well, now.
I've had frog legs before.
Wow.
They taste
Uh,
like chicken.
Damn. I can't believe you would betray Kermit like that and eat frog legs, you Muppet hater.
I'll do it again.
Dirty Muppet killer.
Damn.
Hey, come and eat frog here. Oh, what are you doing with my legs?
Yeah. So I guess none of us have ever eaten eel, but I would try it.
Oh,
if
I'd try
given
it.
the opportunity.
Is it like you? I don't know how big the eels technically are when it comes to food. So is it like you slice it in pieces,
Yes.
or can you? Or
You-
can
you
you
do not
Can you use it like a spaghetti?
No, you do not eat a raw eel like a spaghetti noodle.
I think
No.
they're wider
What
than
if
your
it's a
mouth,
cooked
Patrick.
eel? Can you eat a cooked eel like a spaghetti noodle?
Okay, well, yes. None of
think
us
they're too
have
big.
eaten eels. Yes, I would say so. Eels are too big. Speaking of too big, our list of questions for ShinyCast. So
Hey,
let's
Chris,
answer
the
some
picture
questions.
worked.
A lot of them are about Luca, but
We haven't seen it yet.
Just wait a few days.
Literally gonna upload the Luca video before this podcast gets uploaded.
Yo, Rob, Corey has a great question.
What's that?
How does shrimp fry rice?
Very carefully.
Very,
Yeah.
very carefully.
How does a shrimp operate a fryer?
How does a shrimp?
Yeah,
How is shrimp?
yeah.
I think they're okay.
They're good. We should
Here's
talk about
an-
shrimp instead as a food, because I actually would have had something to say.
Well, I mean, shrimp is like my favorite food ever, so that segment will go on for like an hour.
I
so.
can't confirm because the one time over at your house at New Year's Eve, your dad brought out a thing, and I was like, "Oh, I'll try one," and then they were all gone in like 5 minutes.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
It was a joint effort between James and our mom.
Yeah.
We're all
It was
we're all
it was a
vaccinated now. We can go Ruby
collaboration.
Tuesdays again.
Hell
Exactly. Go to Olive Garden because when you're there, you're family.
yeah! Fuck it, that's what tonight's stream is. It's just gonna be us at Olive Garden.
Nice. Sounds perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Here's a question though from When the Metroid is Dreadful. What was the most delicious non-food item you have ever eaten? So, have we ever eaten a non-food item?
I mean, I've tasted toothpaste, but I don't know if I've swallowed it. Who hasn't really had toothpaste in their
Yeah,
mouth? So.
like toothpaste or mouthwash residue, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
we
like
consider
I
a
can't.
beverage not a food item.
They say non-food, not non-drink. So
Oh, okay. So Dr. Pepper
beat
cream
the
soda, got
system.
it.
there you go.
I pick
I like lemonade.
meal.
Yeah,
Is this the part where Rob says Baja Blast?
hot chocolate is good too.
I was gonna say something else, but I don't want drink. Yeah.
Mordo asked what sort of most exciting thing from E3. I think we all kind of answered this already. But
Red bitch.
Metroid Burn My Bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Monkey Ball.
Hey
Chris,
yo,
what's yours?
Mr. Black and Mr. White, I got the Metroid drip.
Chris, what was your favorite thing from E3?
Starfield. That is one game I cannot legitimately wait for.
Nice.
And Ben, you were basically gone all of E3. Discuss
Yeah,
what was your favorite?
It probably Dread. Zero
right.
Mission's probably my Metroid Zero Mission's my favorite game on Game Boy Advance, so I'm excited for it.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. What are some other questions?
This is a fun one. What are your favorite video game characters and why?
Wow. Luigi, because he's Luigi.
That's a good one.
I think Luigi's probably my favorite. Just because he's Luigi. That's about it. But I also like Hades from Kid Icarus Uprising because he's like banger villain. I like the cast of Persona 4 and 5 to a less extent because Morgana's one of them. Makoto and Goro Akechi. And yeah, I don't know.
I like Yoshi the
Kirby.
best.
Kirby's cool.
Yeah, I like Yoshi the best, even though he's not that compelling of a character. He's just lovable. I really love Meta Knight, and Hades is the funniest, yet one of the most threatening villains in video games in Kid Icarus. And yeah.
I just played through Resident Evil 4 for the first time, and Leon is the funniest protagonist in any video game in that fucking game. Where's everybody going? Bingo. Just oh my god. He's so funny. What the fuck? Anyway though. What about everyone else?
What was the question again?
What are your favorite video game characters and why?
Dr. Eggman. Do I really need to explain Dr. Eggman?
Yeah, probably not.
And then Proto Man from Mega Man. I just really like his backstory. I resonate with the character, and he looks cool.
Yeah.
Also, Donkey Kong. Do I need to explain Donkey Kong?
Monkey.
Monkey.
Donkey Kong.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Banana.
Yeah. Okay.
Dear Mr.
How about-
Donkey Kong, coconut gun.
How about everyone else?
So I don't think I have a very interesting answer for this, so I'll just go Charmander, and I explained that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
Is Charmander your
Charmander,
favorite
cool.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Lotad for me. Also, everyone Lotad's good.
I like Flygon.
Yeah.
Trico.
Chris, who's your favorite video game character?
Well, I don't have a specific favorite video game character. The cast of the Mass Effect trilogy is really good. The Sly Cooper gang is really fucking good as well, including their backstories. And I'm gonna have to echo James's sentiments with Persona 5 and 4, because the cast in there is really, really well done.
Yeah.
But I will say, I did like the Persona 3 cast. They had some interesting moments as well.
Yeah. I like them individually and not so much as a group.
Oh, I just thought of a boring inclusion to favorite video game characters. It's the fucking Sans Man.
Wow, who would have guessed?
I like Papyrus
Oh
better.
shit, Sans, damn.
Stands Undertale, go into my eye.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Let's see.
Does Rob have any answer?
I've been trying to think of somebody that's not Samus, but all I can think of is Samus, so I'm just going to say Samus.
Yeah, Samus is awesome.
Tragic backstory, came back from that, takes on some alien bird DNA. Now she's an alien bird girl with an awesome suit, does all this other stuff. I like Samus.
Yeah.
For the record, if we couldn't guess already, Metroid's your favorite video game franchise of all time, correct?
Yes, correct.
Samus is human Chozo Metroid X Parasite hybrid at this point.
Plus muscle.
Yeah.
She's shredded, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw this one. I saw a question from TGA Flames that just made me think of another video game character I love, but I guess it could also put that as a question. Bunger?
Bunger.
Yeah, I
Bunga,
see
bunga,
that one too. It's like
Bunger.
the first one says Mr. Fred Taskett. Like, would you? Then from Gabriel Asvedo Melson, Sonic, TJ Flames, Bunger.
Bunger?
Would you?
Bunger.
Sonic, Bunger. Would they?
Sonic.
Bunger? Yes.
I agree.
I have two questions here from
What the most ever?
at
Yeah.
Mr. Red Panda fan. I presume that the first one is directed towards you, James. Will you ever do a top 10 movies or video games video?
Movies definitely not. Like, that's too broad of a topic to narrow down to 10. And with video games, I have a rough idea of what my top 10 is, but I still don't think I would make that into a video. I feel like I just do like individual videos on each of them. So yeah, probably not for either.
The second
most
one,
would just be shorties on individuals.
Yeah.
the second one is aimed at me. I've seen you in the past mentioning a lot of Ricky Gervais shows on Twitter, and a few headlines you did were on the Ricky Gervais show, mainly the midgets in parentheses. What is your favorite Ricky Gervais show and why? I don't have a favorite episode of the Ricky Gervais show, but I think if there is one that would, this is gonna sound really horrible, by the way, when I say it. There was a segment where Carl was talking about how his dad used to be a taxi driver, and at one point they got asked to take the mentally disabled from a mental institution to a local carnival, and his dad was volunteered as one of the taxi drivers. So his dad, for whatever reason, decided to stick this one passenger in a trash can to calm him down. Don't know why. And it is, like I said, it's horrible. I'm going to hell for laughing at it, but that's really the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. That's one of my favorites. Or Carl didn't date this one lady because she had bone cancer. Literally, Carl's reasoning, and I'm telling you, I'm being very truthful here. His reasoning was, why should I spend money on her when she's going to die?
Fucking Carl.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Lord.
Okay, from Demo Webster 22, are there any YouTubers that have less subscribers than you guys think they should? Less subscribers than they think they deserve, when we're not allowed to say each other? So basically, underrated YouTubers.
There's like a ton that I could list. I'm gonna look at my subscription feed real quick.
Pick any YouTubers, they're probably all better than me. Most definitely.
I have some people I can just shout out. That some of them are friends, some aren't. My friends from Arcade Tales, who does a bunch of rock and metal covers of music. He's the one who's did the back in the 90s cover that you hear at the end of the BoJack videos. And then another one of my friends who goes by Terra Vex. He's becoming more well known on Newgrounds right now. He does still have his own YouTube channel as well. He does a lot more synth wave stuff, synth and electronic stuff. So go check him out. In the kaiju community, I'm gonna give shout outs to my boys Titan Goji and Professor Kaiju. And just another one. There's a channel called Serial at Midnight who does a lot of physical media reviews on classic films that come to Blu-ray and other stuff. He does a lot of good work, covers a lot of range. That's how. If it wasn't for him, I would not have known about that one time the Columbo series went on sale on Amazon, and that is why I own the complete series of Columbo. And that's how I also just found out recently that the Little Rascals shorts from the 30s are finally coming to Blu-ray.
Oh wow!
He does a lot of stuff like that. Talks to a lot of people from like various boutique labels. Like he's done interviews with people for like MVD and I think maybe Mill Creek. I don't know. But he does like a lot of interviews with the people involved in those labels. He does a lot of good work. He did like a little video just going over about Buc-ee's, the big gas station chain down in the South that has like big stores and stuff, like giant gas stations. Have you guys heard of those?
Nope.
Okay. But yeah, check out Serial at Midnight. And support physical media.
Yeah.
Rob, you got something, right?
One of my friends, Godzilla Productions TV. He's really, really good. He's been really impressing me with the stuff that he's been doing lately, figure reviews, and he's been making like these shorts with. I don't know how to technically describe them, but it's like manipulated imagery into doing like these stop motion, but not stop motion action based videos. They're really cool. Definitely check him out if you're into any of that. And can't really think of anybody else, so listen to Sad Boys Club.
Oh yeah, talk about them.
Sad Boys Club?
Yeah, talk about what the kind of music they do.
They do everything. I mean, maybe not everything, but oh geez, I guess the best way to describe them is indie. I guess you could say indie, but they cover so much ground musically.
Can you compare them to any other bands?
The 1975, The Cure. They have that very, very, very much British sound because they are from the UK, and they're just able to do a lot with their sound, and they're a bunch of really, really talented dudes, and they definitely deserve to be heard on the radio all around the world. That's for sure. But yeah, Sad Boys Club. They just released a new EP. Check that
out. Chris, you want to talk about the guy who does the indie car songs again?
Oh, I forget his thing. I'll have to look him up. But I have somebody else that I'd like to give a shout out first. GP Laps on YouTube. He is one of my favorite channels. He does a lot of old racing game reviews, and he basically goes into some games, modifies stuff, and talks about mods for said racing games. And one of the coolest things that he does is he recreates a lot of he gets recreations of tracks that are no longer around. Like there's one called Avis, which was basically a very fast, flat out track over in Germany that at one section it was basically a bank turn at one end and a hairpin at the other, and that's all you had to navigate with two long straights in between. But the other guy that I would also recommend is Simdane. He does Formula One songs, basically about Formula One races and stuff. They're really well done. Don't know how he does it, especially in the amount of time that he does between them all. Another person that I would recommend is Retro Game Mechanics Explained. They do a fantastic job. Not enough subscribers or views, if you ask me, because he goes into a lot of detail about how things work on older consoles and stuff, like the Pac-Man AI, and they just put out a video about CRT beams and the Atari 2600 CPU. So
nice. Okay, I found a few. There's this channel called Nam's Compendium that does these like hour-long persona analyses on like various games in the series. I've been binging a lot of those recently. I would highly recommend them. There's this channel called Anna Isabel that she does a lot of really good video essays on pop culture trends and just certain shows in general. They're always very informative and entertaining. I would recommend that as well. There was another one. There's this guy Joey Pocket. Very underrated channel. I would say
his
some of the
channel's
funniest.
defunct though. He
Yeah.
hasn't been online in a long time.
He hasn't, but I would recommend checking out his videos.
Yeah,
they are
his
some of the
videos are
funniest
great,
things I've
but
seen
I don't
on
know
YouTube.
if he's ever coming back.
Yeah, but check him out though. Your life will be improved by watching them. And then Matthew Matosis, he has a good following, but like he does in-depth games reviews, analyses, and he's been doing this for like at least a decade now. He was one of my like biggest inspirations to start reviewing stuff, and I've watched his analyses on like the Zelda series, the Metal Gear Solid series, the Mario series, like for ages, and he's still reviewing stuff to this day. I would highly recommend checking him out. Like for as long as he's been on YouTube, he definitely does not have the subscriber base that he deserves. And his analyses are just so well thought out and consistently entertaining. So yeah, it's just a few.
I thought of some YouTube channels I like. Brawl. There's Brawl Fan 1 is great content about coming up with complete move sets for Smash for characters who aren't in Smash, as well as tiny adjustments that could make some veterans feel much more true to source. Chris AAHL is a hilarious streamer of Persona, Yakuza games, has a lot of funny reactions as well as reenacts the dances from the dancing games. Rebecca Rose is this great cartoon analyst who gives updates, breakdown theories on popular Disney Cartoon Network shows recently as well, and their analysis of character dynamics and are very well done and introspective. And Just Too Good and Ashen Flash are fun content if you are a fan of Legos.
Wow.
I'm going to add to my shout-outs. I'm going to give one to Chainbrain. He's a guy who plays Rocksmith, and he's done a lot of full album playthroughs of Metallica and Sabaton, two of my favorite bands. And I'm also going to shout out Josh Revel, who does a lot of in-depth analysis on Formula One stuff, including he's branched out recently, and his branch out stuff has been grade A1 stuff. Like he talked his most recent video, he talked about why Cars 3 is the best way to end that franchise, and it's a really good video. I highly recommend watching it.
Nice.
I'm going to add just a quick thing because I just noticed again that Brain Scratch Commentary still only has 81,000 subs and is not yet at 100,000 subs. What the fuck?
Crime.
Get Brain Scratch to 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to go ahead and add someone who is not my friends, which is what the original comment specified. So there's this person named Schaeferless Productions. Sub to them. They definitely need more subs.
No,
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, do the opposite, please. Unsub.
no, sub to ShinyCast.
Yeah, actually, sub from this
Actually,
channel.
yeah, sub to the podcast you're listening to right now.
Yeah, this channel is not, any of my friends. This channel is its own entity that's comprised of various individuals.
Craig's channel.
Yeah, this channel belongs to Craig, the thing.
Until we killed him.
Until we killed him. Yeah.
I can't.
Anyway, though.
This channel literally only has 5,000 subs. What the hell?
That's okay. Yeah.
I mean, at least that means that generally every subscriber is watching the video so far. I don't know
Yeah.
for how long.
Yeah. Okay, but what's the next question, though?
David Definitive Edition has a good one. What movie or show did you not really like as a kid, but now you do?
I didn't like How to Train Your Dragon as a kid for some bizarre reason. Now it's amazing.
I will say, as a small child, I was scarred for some reason by Christine. Don't know why, and I absolutely love it now that I'm an older adult.
Nice.
We should do Christine for Halloween.
We should.
Yeah.
God. Trying to think.
Peter Benchley's Creature. Destroyed me as a child. Now I can watch it like nothing. It's quite the experience.
I mean, this kind of goes into like another question someone else asked about what was something from our childhood that scared us in media or something. At which one I can pinpoint Unagi and the piano from Mario 64.
I have a treasure troves of things that have scarred me as a child. Like,
Am I one of them?
no, I didn't even really know you as a child.
Good.
Good.
The top of the list is probably the main villain of Barnyard.
That's
Oh, the
right.
coyote dude?
Yeah,
The fucking coyote from Barnyard. I remember that.
And I won't.
he killed
Back
Otis's dad.
down.
He's clearly a threat to be. He's clearly a threat to the world.
The universe.
It's true, he killed Ben, and Ben is the strongest fighter in the universe.
He cannot be permitted to live.
And I won't back down.
So something that's it's from a piece of media, but wasn't actually in the media. When I was 4, I went to Disneyland, and there was this like live action performance of like someone in a Buzz Lightyear suit and a Zurg suit, and then Zurg took out Buzz Lightyear's batteries, so Buzz Lightyear like kind of died. I was absolutely terrified. I ran away.
Oh no.
That was scarring.
I had a traumatizing experience at Dutch Wonderland. It's an amusement park in Pennsylvania because the dragon they have a giant dragon animatronic that pops out of a cave. Its head does, and the design nowadays is very kid friendly and like the actual artwork of it. But back in the day, it was horrifying.
Yeah.
They like changed it, and whatever happened to the original one, it may still lurk out there to this day.
Wow. Did you know that Ben in Barnyard was voiced by Sam Elliott? Like, what
That
the
makes
fuck?
sense.
Oh, I
It
thought it
does
was
make
Willie
sense.
Nelson.
No.
It's just a
Wow.
Willie Nelson song they're playing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the Coyote has never gone up against Biggie Cheese in the movie.
That's true.
That's true. You can't beat Biggie Cheese.
Mr. Bombastic.
Mr. Bombastic. It is fantastic. Anyway.
Another
Did I have to
reference
tell you guys
was
that
horrified of as a child was Pamela's father from Majora's Mask.
Yeah. I can see that.
Did I ever tell you guys that like when I got my driver's license, the dude who gave me a test kind of looked like Sam Elliott?
Nice.
That's
Uh-huh.
incredible. So
There's
yeah,
nothing more of that story, by the way. It's just the guy kind of looked like Sam Elliott.
beautiful.
Nice.
So one other thing, I can't find it specifically. I have a lot of like weird imagery scarred in my mind from the TV show Between the Lions, if you remember that.
Oh yeah.
I can't find what is in my
Cliffhanger,
brain.
hanging on a cliff.
That's not terrifying, but there's other stuff in that I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, this
I
is
think
the
it's like this monster like called it's not ukulele, but it's something like that, like or something. It's like in my
ukulele.
brain.
That game ruined my
It's not
childhood.
that. The name kind of sounds like that. It's not something to do
Yeah.
with a ukulele. I can't find it.
Oh,
but
you know,
I'm
it's
pretty sure it existed.
to go into that. Something that freaked me out a little for no goddamn. Oh, actually, I just remembered something else. But I'll get to that later. But something that freaked me out for no reason. There is like a Burger King promotion or something for Between the Lines where they gave you audio cassettes of them reading various stories. And one of them was them reading the story of Icarus. And just the way they're describing just falling out of the sky into the ocean and dying. It was like, that made me uncomfortable as a kid. Just
Yeah,
the
so there's a
characters
lot of
from
stuff like that.
just the characters from Between the Lines describing you Icarus wings melting and dying in the sea. Oof.
Yeah, that's
It's
fucked up.
just
And
like casually violent.
a big irrational fear from childhood for no goddamn reason that I don't know why it scared me at all. The Rankin Bass Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
Just that the way that the characters looked and just how melancholy and droning the song is. It
I say
freaked
the
me out as a kid.
like the Winter Warlock from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Not Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah, he was kind of creepy
yeah,
too.
yeah, he's creepy and some like when he's evil, he looks very creepy.
Yeah,
Once he like his heart's melted or whatever, he's not that scary.
yeah. Well, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, though, I love that design. I would
Mhm.
love stuff like that.
Yep.
Is it-
Rob, you got anything?
Yeah, I said Peter Benchley's Creature.
All right.
I remember one other main thing. I did not like looking at Darth Vader without his helmet.
Oh yeah, neither did I. He
Oh,
was scary.
And I also never paid attention to Anakin getting burned when I was 5 when the movie came out.
Yeah, too spooky.
My parents did not let me watch it immediately. I have to wait a couple years.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Anyway, though. Okay, we should probably like wrap up with like maybe like 1 or 2 more questions because I have not eaten dinner yet. I just noticed.
Neither have I.
Are
Yeah.
there any questions that we want to answer at this point?
Oh, there's one from I have literally nothing of note. They asked, 1, why do you have no nostalgia for old Disney movies from 1937 to the early 80s? Well, it's because I literally have not watched them as a kid. I really only watched the 90s Disney Renaissance films and onward. And those are the only films that I ever had any interest in revisiting because of that. Like,
Well, how can you revisit if you never saw it in the first
oh,
time?
well, yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, I just have never seen any of those old films, and I kind of don't really care that much because it's like they're not musicals, so you know.
Well, some of them are.
Yeah, but still, not in the same way as Little Mermaid and Onward. And have you ever been to Disneyland? No.
Onward.
James, we're going to Disneyland.
Oh boy,
I mean, I've been to Disney World.
Disneyland.
we're going. I have not been to Todd Chavez's amusement park, Disneyland. Or Disneyland either. Okay, well I guess that's it for.
Well, how
questions
about
from
this?
me.
This is the quickest question you can answer.
Yeah.
Favorite season from Link at Heart.
Autumn. It's cool. The weather's literally cool. It looks pretty. It has Halloween and Thanksgiving. It's dope. I don't know. I just like the weather.
Oh, that's what they meant by favorite season. I thought they were pulling a funny and just wanted
Hello,
a season.
I
of
am
a
Ryu
show.
from Streets.
Favorite
you
season
know?
of a show.
Some of my favorite things are jumping into light
I don't know.
fierce, stale
I
bread,
can't think of my favorite
the
season.
newest
off the
season
top
of The
my head.
Simpsons.
Is it Avatar season 3?
and dirt.
Maybe
Or,
that's up there.
but then 2 had Iroh.
Let's just stick to weather.
BoJack
seasons.
season 2.
Yeah, BoJack season 3 and Avatar season 3 and Community season 3. It's a tie.
It's a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in terms of actual seasons in the year, Patrick, what's your favorite?
Autumn is based.
Yeah, autumn is pretty based. How about everyone else?
Summer is the only one that doesn't have anything I actually hate.
It is hot.
There is something I hate about everything else.
Yeah.
Winter, I hate everything. Spring,
Yeah.
I hate allergies. Fall,
Yeah.
I hate that everything looks like it's dying, and also it gets dark out at 5 o'clock now. What the fuck?
Oh
I like
yeah.
that spring is followed by summer, but also it's the end of winter, so that's also good.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Also, fall and spring don't even exist anymore because it's basically summer to Halloween and just goes right to winter after that.
Yeah.
And then there's always just that one random week in April. It starts out as like 40 degrees, and by the end, it's in like the high 60s, and it just stays there.
Yep.
So here in Ohio, we're getting our first thunderstorms of the year today. It's been
Oh,
weird.
wow.
It's really quiet.
We had many in Pennsylvania so far.
I thought we had like one so far.
I think there were a few more.
No,
Or
it's
maybe
been,
they're like
it's been a
midday and I just
couple.
didn't notice. Okay, yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably midday and I just didn't
Yeah.
notice.
Anyway, though, Rob and Chris, how about you?
Well, I'm gonna be the outlier, and I'm gonna say I love winter.
Oh,
I as much as I like the summertime, I despise being warm. I can tolerate being cold.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite.
Also, you got to think in winter you have snow. You can do a lot of stuff with snow. There's
That's
Christmas.
true.
There's
Yeah,
also
like
New
crash your car.
Year's. There's New Year's.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
the
holidays
best thing
are
ever.
good.
But
I don't know. Snow's more of a hassle for me. It looks pretty, but then you gotta shovel it. That's rough.
I mean that's the only downside to snow.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's about
I like winter because everybody gets into the festive spirit. Normally, people aren't as big of assholes as they are around any other time of the year. And
That's true.
Yeah, because we're
it's-
mad at the weather to be mad at each other.
Yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
a
At that point, we just help each other get rid of the snow faster.
Yep.
unless you're my neighborhood where you don't.
Yeah. Oh, the other thing I like about fall is that that's when all the good movies come out in the year because they're all trying to get nominated for Oscars. So it's like that's when like the good stuff comes out from like directors I like.
Fall feels like the perfect walking weather, and just the visuals. They look. I don't know. They look pretty. They don't feel decaying.
Yeah, the graphics are really good in fall.
Also,
I'm
leader
gonna-
prawns.
Oh
I'm
yeah, we have
gonna
the leader font.
disagree there because I would rather not have to put anything on to go outside.
That's true.
In summer, I can put literally no effort. I can just wear my normal clothing and just
What
walk
about
outside.
sunscreen though? That's like the biggest hurdle if you want to do anything outside in summer.
Who the fuck cares about sunscreen?
Oh, okay. Have fun with sunburn.
Yeah, I'm glad
I
you
will.
clarified though, William, because when you said I don't want to put anything on, I was gonna say, why don't you just move to a nudist camp at that point?
That is a good point.
You mean we don't already live in one?
Oh damn. I'm sorry. We should have told you sooner.
Zoinks.
Zoinks.
William is just recording this in the nude with nothing but the Mort plush.
Let it be known that James has asked to see my feet before.
Oh my god, I forgot
Well,
about that.
I'm not the one with the fucking Mort plush, so.
Yeah, but
We
you're
only
the one that
get
asked to see
feet
my
here.
feet. You know,
Oh,
it's
Christ.
really fucked up is that was not the only time that weekend someone asked to see my feet.
Wow. I'm not even gonna
It's
inquire.
not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah.
You'd have 2 nickels.
Yep. Anyway,
Hey,
though.
William, are they worth seeing?
No, their feet.
Oh,
Why would
all
they
right,
be
yeah,
now we
feet?
know. Now we know.
You heard it here first. William's feet are a 6 out of 10. It brought it all full circle.
Can I just say that one thing I hate about the Godzilla fan base is all the discussions people have about the design of his feet. Why are you looking at them? Why do you care?
Because it's like the last thing you'll ever see if you're under him.
That's true.
The top of his feet is pretty far above your head, probably. It'd be hard to look at anything else.
Yeah. You just get crushed by it.
No, but if the size, like, oh, his feet are too fat, they're too stumpy. Why do you care about that part of the design?
Yeah.
I've stopped trying to make sense of some of those complaints a very long time ago.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, though, so that sounds like about it. So let's wrap this up with our recommendations.
There were
And
so many
then-
there were so many plugs, and
We did plug a lot of stuff, but what else do we plug / recommend?
We
Before I go
recommend,
to-
haha, Jonathan, you are banging my daughter.
Yeah. I recommend I've been playing RE7 and had kind of a slow start, but it's good now. Oh, and RE4, I literally just beat that. Shit. Play RE4 if you haven't already. I finally got into it after trying a few, I don't know. I played it on Switch. Like the PS4 version I tried at first and it didn't click with me, but like on Switch, I don't know. It just felt good, like well optimized for it. I don't know. It's hard to really say why. But play RE4 and RE7 is pretty neat too so far. So that's my recommendations.
Why is the end in the schedule start with a big TH?
It's been like that since the first day, Patrick.
Yeah, I just copy paste it every time.
Yeah, but why is it like that from the start?
Because it was
Because
holding down the shift key too long.
yeah.
I recommend holding down the shift key not too long.
Okay, that's fair.
Mr. Esteemed Guest, what do you recommend?
I don't know. Watch Howl from Beyond the Fog, available on DVD and Blu-ray everywhere now.
Nice.
That's what I recommend.
Sounds good. Patrick, how about you?
I recommend James put the podcast on Spotify.
Okay.
I will give you the goddamn link again.
Okay, sounds good. I will maybe. Okay.
Live sync.
All right. I'm going to recommend this company, Blackmagic Design. I've been using their video editor, DaVinci Resolve, since I first started making YTPs 3 years ago. It's really easy to grasp. And then also, I just a couple weeks ago, I just recently purchased a pocket cinema camera from them. It makes beautiful footage. It's called the Blackmagic Pocket 4K. I've actually used the same model on a couple of Marvel movies and other movies as well. But the Age of Ultron used the previous model for some of their action shots, and then they used the 6K model on a couple scenes in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it takes very good shots and it's not that it's about the cost of one of your stimulus checks, but if you ever want to get into filming, it's very nice.
Nice. Okay, I have an actual plug now.
Okay.
Check out the website cavitycolors.com. They do a bunch of officially licensed horror t-shirts and stuff. They have really cool designs. I've been getting some of the stuff lately. They even had a design for Psycho Gorman of Death Trapper, who was voiced by Rich Evans.
Rich Evans.
Oh my god!
Nice.
They have collections based on classic stuff like the Halloween films, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Pumpkinhead, RoboCop, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Godzilla vs. Kong, Slumber Party Massacre, Trick or Treat. You name it. You want to get some cool Elvira shirts? She's there too. And you get a free sticker and bookmark in every order.
So nice. Chris,
Not
did you
sponsored.
recommend something?
I have not. All I can recommend is the refreshing taste of a Pepsi Blue.
I've had
But
Pepsi Blue a couple
Also,
times
at the
before.
same time, it is one of the worst sodas I've ever drank in my life. But there's a reason why I say one of. The worst soda I ever had in my life was Shaq soda, because it just tastes of Shaq's ball sweat.
Wouldn't you? In my opinion, it's Blue Pepsi and not Pepsi Blue, though. Why do you think it's Pepsi? Why do you think it's Pepsi Blue and not Blue Pepsi?
Because it's called Pepsi Blue.
But why isn't it not like Crystal Pepsi though?
Because that was clear.
Yeah, Crystal Pepsi's clear,
Right,
and also
why-
contains
no, but-
crystal meth.
But no, why should why should the adjective not be before the name Pepsi?
I'm just reading how the label's made, man.
That's just how they came up with the name.
It's wrong though. It doesn't sound as good.
I
You will
had
have
Pep-
to email
It's
the
appropriate,
Pepsi
appropriate to the
Corporation.
taste. It's not that great of a soda anyway. But it should be Blue
Yeah.
Pepsi, not Pepsi Blue.
Yeah, you
I
must
liked
take
it
up this
more the
complaint
first
with the
time I
Pepsi
had it.
Corporation.
And then the subsequent times I've had it, it's just like gotten worse.
Yeah. F. Oh well. Those are
Also, you
recommendations.
should
though,
probably
so-
subscribe to my channel, Space Chris 7. Link in the description.
Yes, subscribe to everyone's channel except mine. Please unsubscribe. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm only like I'm only a couple of people away from getting. Yes, thank you to Rob.
Yes, thank you, Rob, for coming, joining us for our discussion and everything. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. So yes, thank you. Is there anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Just thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun, and
Yep.
yeah, and I would love to come back whenever you guys need me.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Remember we were
Um,
joking about this being a 3-hour episode?